What's good, motherfuckers? It's goddamn Tuesday night, and we got some fucking shit going down in the building. Yeah, man. We got a left elbow and a right elbow. You know what I'm saying?
Can we find the person who made that song and just like give that person a big thank you? I fucking love that song. Every time it plays, I was in dance to this. I love that song. I don't know. I love it.
Bro,
it's free music somewhere.
Yeah,
it's free music somewhere. If we can find that person, be like, yo, just want to say thanks for the years of good intros.
Word. I'll find them. I'll find the motherfucker and I'll get them. What up?
Sir, you work enough. No rush.
Yo, for some reason, I had to redo the whole the shit for YouTube so it could come on. But anyway, what's going on, Jem? Cabbz is in the chat also. What's going on, Ted?
Still asking to steal my question.
Your question, oh my god.
I'm gonna steal it too. Fuck that. I'm gonna steal it.
That was hilarious.
We do another one. You may be able to steal one and answer it.
Jem went bad in the chat saying hi, Toe.
Kind of like Jem. Kind of the way I won by the skin of my balls right there. With that one, that last thing I won by the skin of my balls. So
word. You got lucky.
Very fortunate.
You got lucky. I'll give you that one.
You
got lucky. Yeah, I was on your ass. If Show didn't fuck it up for us.
I'm actually really upset Show wasn't on the whole thing. It would have been great.
Yeah, that would have been a tag match for the ages.
Yeah, I think it would have been hilarious to be in the negative with Toe.
Oh yeah.
Whatever answer right, he would have got wrong. I'd have been like, here we go. Fighting an uphill battle.
Shit, but that's how we do it. That's how we do it. Shit. Yo, so tonight I want to get into the Multiverse of Madness. We all seen it? Have we all seen it?
The multiverse of plot holes.
Yes. And that last episode of Moon Knight. First Doctor Strange, then we get to Moon Knight.
Before we get to Doctor Strange, I just want to point out there was a couple episodes ago where Cap was like, yeah, it was a big kaiju battle. And then I'm like, yeah, everything's a kaiju battle. Boom, kaiju battle. Episode 6, Moon Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, right on time, son. Right on time. I was like, God damn. Everything's a kaiju battle.
The guys can't do anything small. They can't do anything small.
Might be a good clip. I gotta find it.
Yo, they were first like 11 feet tall, both of them, right? Like, yo, that's big enough. No, we gotta be bigger than the pyramids.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, nobody saw that.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Like the celestial head. Nobody cares.
Nah, yeah. We're doing some invisible shit here. We're doing some invisible shit here.
They definitely saw Moon Knight fighting in the street in 2 different suits. That happened in Cairo. No matter what happened, that happened in Cairo.
He was fighting an invisible monster. But all right, yo, before we go off the rails, and I'm gonna have the yell at Show, Doctor Strange. For anybody who hasn't seen it, this is a spoiler shit, but you know what, man? They've been spoiling this shit for us since like 2 weeks ago. So
the trailer spoiled shit already.
Yeah, that trailer. I didn't watch it.
I'm actually surprised. There's one thing that was managed to be kept a secret. Like we knew it was we knew it was somewhere. We knew it was there. Yeah. But I was shocked that they kept the secret for this film. I didn't see no green screens, no nothing. There was no press. They told my man, yo, do not do any press. Don't talk to nobody. And it seems successful.
We're talking about it. I got to give props to that individual because he was interviewed plenty of times and asked about being that thing. And he was like, smoothly was like, if they caught me,
when that happened with Andrew, all of those interviews that they were like, yo, nobody called me. We got to see those. They were everywhere. This guy's been, oh my God. But we'll get into that in a little bit. Let's go. But like Toe says, spoiler warning.
Good ass movie. What y'all give it out of 10? Well, real quick, let me introduce everybody for the people at home. We got Cabbz in the building. You know what I'm saying? Play the fucking sound. There you go. We got Cabbz in the building over here. We got Lay in the fucking building over here. And we got Cap in the building, who's the show. And, for me, I feel like for someone who does not know the MCU as well as we would, and someone who's just going to watch a movie, it's a good movie. It'll be like an 8. We'll give it an 8. But since we saw it, I gotta give this like a 6.5. It's not a bad movie, but
I would say 7. I would say 7.
Okay, 7. Okay.
7.5 on a good day. But I'm at 7. I'm at 7.
Yeah, me and Cabbz were talking about it. It was like, yo, it was a good little movie.
So that's the thing.
Yeah, it was.
Everybody was expecting an Avengers level event. No. This was Doctor Strange 2 with a few weird cameos.
That's what it was.
I'm telling you now.
Huge implications. Like, we
I
get
give
it.
it a
Secret
7
Wars.
myself.
We read you loud and clear. Secret Wars. We read you loud and clear. Cap has been saying this shit for 8 months. Moving along, sister. We've been there. We've been there.
Who's the green girl after the credits?
That is.
Okay, yeah. We'll. Okay. Yes.
That's Clea. However you want to pronounce it. Like, I knew her. I didn't know all of this about her. I knew her as a Doctor Strange like love interest. I have a card of theirs somewhere in here, somewhere in one of my boxes. I have a card of them. They actually were like an item, but upon further research, she is Dormammu's niece.
Oh wait, green girl. What? She wasn't green. She was
purple.
white.
She was purple.
I think she was wearing the color.
Oh,
She was wearing purple. She was wearing purple.
I was about to say, because I like my green girls.
Yeah. I ain't seen no green girl in this whole thing.
I was like, if I'd have seen a green girl, this shit would have went up to 7. They got that 0.5 real quick.
I can't wait for you to watch She-Hulk.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Cole hasn't brought somebody home because of a green card.
Yeah. Oh,
almost.
Oh,
almost. I'm getting it.
That was good.
Good one.
It hit me late, but that was good. I can't wait until you watch She-Hulk.
Yeah, man. I'm waiting for that one.
Yeah. He's gonna have to watch that one alone in his room.
Word.
Yeah. Could be some stuff happening there.
This is off the rails already.
Yeah, right.
It's the multiverse of madness, baby.
People gonna ask me, "What you have for dinner every Wednesday?" Steak, baby. I was tenderizing that meat.
Hey, by the way, Conception, thanks for being here. Thanks for the questions, bro. Appreciate that.
Yeah, for real. All right. So now to burst everybody's bubble. Cap, 1 to 10. What you give it?
6. I'll tell you right now. For anybody, Toe can attest to this. For me, watching a Marvel movie is like a fucking religious experience. I move in my seat. I get closer to the screen. I move back. I yell. I cheer. I'm like, I'm pointing. I'm doing a whole bunch of shit. I almost fell asleep on 4 different occasions in this movie.
Yeah, bro.
I was
Spoiler
alert.
alert.
Bored out of my mind. And this movie has literally starts with an action sequence. And then it slows a little bit, but there's another action sequence. And things are happening in this movie. And I was fucking bored. I didn't move from my position once.
Yeah,
even when the fucking cameos and all that shit came in.
Question. Did you get any reaction when Professor X came in? And not because of Professor X, but because of the in the back. Not even that.
The most I did was I just looked at Toe and was like,
Okay.
Yeah.
To me, I think that was my favorite part. Just
that was spoiled for me.
I felt like you wouldn't have a heartbeat as a Marvel fan if you didn't at least do something for that.
Yeah,
for sure.
It was spoiled for me though. That and Captain Carter was spoiled for me.
Yeah, it was spoiled.
I didn't. I no idea about Captain Carter until I saw her. I was like, "Oh, nice little."
Yeah.
Rant about that though.
The last trailer they showed before, but go ahead, Cap. But the last trailer,
it wasn't even trailers. It was people like reacting on YouTube.
Correct.
Their thumbnails had it in there.
Yeah.
And one of the thumbnails had the wheelchair, and it literally just had the X-Men cartoon logo on it. So I was like,
One picture I saw was cut into 3, and it had a picture of the chair, it had a picture of the shield. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is happening here? But whatever.
Yeah, that's why
I don't mad that they spoiled shit in the trailer.
But that's why I don't watch shit
Yeah.
All over Instagram, like the day before, I kept seeing Spider-Man, Multiverse of Madness, like the Spider-Man shit. And in my head, I was like, yo, this movie's gonna suck. That's what I was kept telling me. This movie's gonna suck. And I'm watching and I'm waiting for Spider-Man to cameo, and he mentions him, and I'm like,
I knew Spider-Man wouldn't cameo.
yeah, I know that, but I'm just like, I'm like, damn.
You gotta be careful with the pie in the sky theories. You gotta be careful because you psych yourself up.
Yo, when I popped for Carter, I was like, oh shit, she put it. But when they showed Professor X, I just, oh, and Cap literally just did this. He just did.
Yeah, he knew already.
And I was like, I didn't, I was like, oh shit. Because in my head, I was like, maybe I'm the only one in this fucking theater that didn't know this cocksucker was gonna be on screen.
You know what though, Toe? You had the same thing happen to you with Doc Ock and Green Goblin back in Spider-Man, and I'm actually jealous of that. To be honest, I'm glad that you get that. There's a lot of people that didn't get that, and it's just a more enjoyable moment for you. Quite honestly.
Dude, what movie did it that ruined it for me that I was never ever watch another fucking trailer? What movie was that shit? I forgot. There was one movie that I was like, I literally walked out on something. That was the whole fucking trailer.
Yeah. Speaking of that,
the first Iron Man was like that. The very first Iron Man was like that. The whole movie.
When you guys went to yo, are we live on YouTube, kid?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. It's acting weird. I can't. Oh, okay, here we go. I got you. Yo,
yeah, because I had to reset the thing on the restream. So
quick question, and I hate to deviate. In your theaters, did you guys see the Maverick trailer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or the Maverick 15-minute piece of the fucking movie?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I literally I closed my eyes and did this because I was like,
son,
I'm gonna watch that on some fucking. I'll do it right now.
You know that's when you pee. If you watch that movie, that's when you pee.
No, here's the funny thing. I had no interest in that Maverick movie until I saw that, and I was like,
that kind of did hype me up a little bit. Yeah.
Now I think this movie's gonna be good.
Still not gonna watch that though. My bad, Cap. Go ahead, keep going. You got us excited.
No, this thing did the one thing I hate when that movies do. When you give us something for no fucking reason.
Illuminati?
It served no purpose. It ultimately ended in nothing. They did one cool thing. Like they didn't expand on anything. And they made another character look worse. A character that has nothing with this movie. All of a sudden looks worse because of how they treated one character in here. And,
who's that character? Reed?
Wait, you want me to get specifics here?
It's a spoiler warning. It's a spoiler warning.
We already gave the warning.
So, Captain Carter, I was like,
oh yeah,
she looks good. She looked amazing. For some reason, I think they made her look older, which is a little weird.
Her hair was all fucked up, which
it was.
I think, like, what are you trying to say with the hair messed up? I don't know.
Before I get into that, Benedict Cumberbatch's wig was throwing me off.
Son, you can
see first fucking 40 minutes of this movie. I was like, he has hair, but that's clearly a fucking wig.
I peeped it too. It was like, it looked very Steve Harvey-ish. It was like painted on. I noticed that shit. She looked bad.
But so when she sits there, does her thing, and turns around like, I could do this all day, and Wanda just throws the shield through her, instantaneously I went, wow, Captain America's nothing. Why the fuck aren't people throwing his shield through him? It's easy as shit to kill that dude. I think it would have been... See, this whole movie for me is a missed opportunity to just develop a little bit more. A little bit more development in every essence of the movie, facet of the movie, would have been better. What can Captain Carter and Captain America do? You throw the shield, they catch it. So what if Wanda throws the shield at her? Captain Carter catches it. I could do this all day. And Wanda's like, cool. Then pushes it through her.
That would have been
strength
cool.
For strength. That would have been fucking mind-blowing. Because then you would have been like, all right, Captain Carter's holding her own. And then when Wanda does that, it would have been more like, no wonder nobody throws the shit through Cap. look how much Wanda had to do to push the shield through Carter.
Yeah.
The shield that's stopping Thor's hammer. I mean, it's not the same one, but it's the same principle. Stopping Thor's hammer. My man be ducking into that and should just be blowing up. I mean, I get it. This is the Scarlet Witch. We haven't had anyone as powerful, but I think and sorry for cutting in, but some of those deaths were ridiculous with the Illuminati. Like Black Bolt? Like, okay.
That was actually kind of fun.
It was fun. Like, it was fun to see it. But like, okay, like once the fork starts, it can't stop. My man, just don't say nothing. Just don't say, yeah, your mouth is covered, but just stop doing what you're doing. Just stop. Just stop. Why did he keep going and just blow his head up? Let's think, what?
Not only that, what? They introduced Reed Richards as the smartest man in their universe, and immediately he goes, "Hey, Wanda, he's got a mouth. You can close that," and he dies.
Yeah.
He just, what are we doing? Why would you tell her that?
He was like, yo, you know what he could do with his mouth? And it's like, because at the end of the day, these people, they're super powerful, but they're still very dumb humanoids. They're still dumb. It's like they still make these stupid, like, for example, clearly this guy, like Reed Richards, obviously he wanted to talk. Like, yo, Wanda, chill. You know, we got you outnumbered here. And Wanda's like, oh, yeah? And it's like, I get it. Like, again, and not to cut off, it's going to happen a lot. We're going to cut each other off. But you see how we were talking about Batman could have lost 30 minutes? I could have used another 20 minutes of this in the Illuminati. Can you imagine Reed Richards and Doctor Strange in a lab, and Reed Richards like, your hands work a little differently where you from? It's like, oh, yeah, you know. And he's like, well, over here, this Strange used to blah, 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 blah. And you could just, there was so much we could have explored in there. And we just didn't do it. It was like,
I was saying to people that this is Daredevil. You get a director's cut of this movie and it'll be fucking phenomenal.
I think that's what we're going to need, but that's not an excuse.
No, it's not. It's not.
Here's a question and a mind fuck for everybody. Who created these Ultrons?
I'm guessing it was Reed Richards. I'm guessing it was Reed. So that's another thing. That's exactly what I was thinking.
There's an Iron Man in this universe. Where the fuck was he at?
Where the fuck? Or maybe Strange.
Or maybe it was Pym. It was actually Hank Pym this time in this universe.
The real creator of Ultron. Yes. So it's funny because like that's just, again, the banter, which is what we clamor for in this fucking podcast. Like, yo, we don't like, yo, honestly, you could have cut the whole Kamar-Taj battle for me.
Yeah.
I didn't need to see that. Like, Wanda pulls up, Strange, you know what's about to happen if you don't give me this girl. And go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Because I would have loved to hear Strange like, yo, y'all made Ultron work here? He's like, yeah, what happened with Ultron in your area? You don't want to know. Where's Tony? Tony who? It's so much it could have been so fun in 838.
Here's the only reason I think they wouldn't have had Strange talk about Ultron. He wasn't there for Ultron.
Well, I mean, he knows about it. Everyone knows what happened.
Everyone knows about Ultron.
Everyone knows what happened with.
Everyone knows that Ultron was a robot that tried to take over the world and blew up Sokovia.
Yeah.
I don't think everybody knows that it was a result of Tony and Bruce Banner and all that shit.
Well, yeah. True. But it could have been something fun like, man, Ultron's good here or anything. Like, obviously I'm spitballing here, but like, yo.
No, that's perfect what you just
said. Such a missed opportunity in 838. I would have loved, like, yo, can we give Strange the tour? I get that. Like, yes, he was there because he randomly just pops up in this world because he's running away from Wanda. And then Mordo, because every time you go to a new world, yes, go to the Sanctum Sanctorum. That's a good idea. You run into Mordo, he poisons you, takes you in, but like, Professor X had it in his mind the whole time. He was a good dude.
Yeah. I just want to interject here to add on to your thought of adding about another 30 minutes onto this. He's talking to his girl in this dimension, and she already said that she was tasked with fucking finding out information for other dimensions and shit like that, right?
Naming them.
Yeah. So why wouldn't she tell us how it works? Why wouldn't she be able to be on some people look exactly the same in dimensions because of X, Y, and Z, and some people might look different. So Wanda here might look like somebody completely different than you know her as. Explaining.
Which it'll explain the Spider-Mans. Because they're all Peter, but they look different.
Yeah, and also it'd be like, because they explained how this guy dabbed into the dark arts, but then they didn't want to go find the book that gives you anything you need to kill your guy. Why wouldn't Strange go look for that fucking book?
The Book of Ashanti?
If he knew about the Book of Ashanti and they knew about it, when they were fighting Thanos, why wouldn't he go?
He says it and again, it's just stupid. MCU likes to over shit, but when she mentions the Book of Ashanti, this pisses me off about Strange. It's like, Strange, how do you still keep thinking things are myth? Like, you are the Sorcerer Supreme. You've done some wild shit. In your eyes, nothing should be impossible anymore. So it's like, she was like, hey, in my world, when we were in that pathway to
the interdimensions.
That to me, that's 42nd Street train station in the multiverse. That's what that is. So when they were there, she's like, yo, we were looking for the Book of Ashanti. And he's like, oh, that's a myth. Strange, please. What is a myth anymore? You're literally fighting people from different dimensions and universes. What is a myth anymore, bro? That shit pisses me off. And then everybody's like, yeah, why didn't you see this outcome out of the 14 million that you saw? Well, apparently, that's one thing I'll give Strange. Strange is very cocky. He thinks he knows it all, which is literally what this movie's about. Like him passing the ball. Like, yo, pass the ball. Stop trying to take the jump shot. You don't always need to do that, which is what this whole thing's about. But it's like, he looked at those 14 million things, possibilities within that universe. He didn't look at other universes. So, and we don't know where the Book of Ashanti is, but how cocky he could be sometimes. Bro, nothing is myth. There is literally centaurs fighting for you. Like, there's minotaurs and centaurs and Karmartaj. You know this. What is myth anymore? It's very upsetting.
Oh, yeah. Especially, why wouldn't you assume that something would opposite the fucking, that book?
Well, at that point when he was looking around, the Darkhold was missing from the.
No, but I'm saying, like, if you know the Darkhold's real, why wouldn't you think?
He probably didn't know.
Why wouldn't you think there's something to oppose it?
It doesn't always work like that, but yes, you should know. No. Like, he knows what the Book of Ashanti is. He just thinks it's a myth. It's like, it's so weird. It's so weird.
Dude, I'm also kind of pissed that for us, we needed to give the time stone up, have people die for 5 years, convolutedly travel back in time to get all this shit, to bring them back, to fight Thanos, and have every fucking hero we have that Marvel owned stand up and kill Thanos. But it took those 6 idiots in their universe.
And we just got this book.
Yeah,
it's funny.
We just got this book, but that's what the whole movie's about, though. Everyone keeps questioning Strange. Like,
my rant is actually about the 6 idiots. All right, so Wanda rolls up in mom jeans.
No shoes. No shoes. Pata sucia, pulling up. Yeah, bro.
He came up in mom jeans and caught wreck on the Illuminati.
Yeah.
In mom jeans.
Oh, I don't know if you guys.
She had dishes left dirty. And she showed up to the headquarters, came in, kicked in the door, and she waved all kinds of 4-4s around in there.
Easy.
There was no thought to it. Fault ain't worth shit. And it's got the same actor. Props to that. I'll give him that one, right?
Yeah, I do give him that. Yeah.
I was a huge fan of it because for years we've been saying they need to cast him, right? If Emily Blunt would have showed up, I'd have been like, yo, you got it. You're on point. Bang. But he was worthless as well. Professor Xavier lasted longer than anybody else did it. Even Captain Marvel.
That's only because he was off screen most of the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I got a beef with that too. But go ahead.
No, I'm with you. But so you give us this version of the Illuminati, which was straight trash. Let's be real. This Illuminati was hot ass.
Yeah. It was
Mordo, everybody. And Mordo wasn't even part of the crew throwing down. Mordo was waiting the bitch ass in the chambers with him.
Mordo didn't the only magic guy you got.
Let me cut you off. Sorry to cut you off. How the fuck I'll render my decision when they get back. Motherfucker, go fight her.
They dying.
Yeah.
What the fuck
And then
are you gonna render your
Even
decision?
Steve is like,
your
bro,
man-
they're not
Your
coming
man
back.
tells him, he was like, yo, they ain't coming back, son. It's over for them. You have, and then, but the fun, you know,
We're gonna
what
fight magic with Stretch.
I'm happy that happened because Captain Marvel goes, oh, we take care of your little witch. Wrong.
Yeah.
You're absolutely wrong. The lady in mom jeans rolled up and destroyed you.
Yeah.
Did
anybody peep this? Because I didn't peep this
What?
when I watched it. I had to watch a different video for this. Apparently, Wanda absorbed all of Captain Marvel's power. That's why the statue falling on her killed her.
Well, there was like a big explosion, and
Yeah, but I didn't realize that at the time because I was like, how the fuck you got cosmic power, but not the power to stop Stone?
I don't. Yeah.
But apparently that's what happened. She absorbed her powers and drained her.
Well, I could see that happening because what that happened in WandaVision. This girl was taking her powers, so I could see her taking this girl's powers.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
They didn't show it. Like it wasn't obvious. Yeah, it wasn't. A lot of the shit in this movie was not illustrated correctly. Like, yo, if Charles Xavier is supposed to be the world's strongest telepath, and he is in this woman's mind, why can he not last 12 seconds? He fought Apocalypse in his mind and lasted longer. Like, I really need these super duper powered mutants to be fucking super powered.
Well, I mean, you know, we don't talk about Apocalypse here.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like
I do, but this is different. So this is the problem. So the multiverse is cool. We've all been hype about the multiverse. Now, when you brought the multiverse back in the comics, you know, multiversal shit happens on one side. Shit is still getting written on the other side, though. So it's like, yeah, this is cool. Some people died. Back to our comics. Here, the multiverse kills somebody, and now we got to wait a year or two for answers. So it's a little weird. So while the multiverse is cool and all of that shit is cool, don't use the multiverse for throwaway shit like this. Because now the next time we see X, the next time we see Reed Richards, the next time we see Captain Carter, oh, that's just it's just the multiverse thing. And it's like,
yep, absolutely
yes,
correct.
I get it, but I'm never gonna forget what you did to these guys the first time they popped up. Like, so yes, the multiverse is cool. It's a cool tool to use, but you need to use it wisely. For example, remember, we all gave mad props the way Andrew and Toby were used because they lent to Peter's character. They didn't just show up. These people just showed up.
Yeah.
There was Strange could have not gone there and still been fine. I personally would have liked to see more time. Maybe that's that extra time that they would have had in there. Maybe that would have made things a little bit more meaningful when they died. I saw Reed Richards get popped like a balloon. Well, he was cut up into spaghetti like strings, and then she literally popped his head. It was like a joke. It literally said, I was like, huh? So it's like, it would have been better if we could have like they should have lent something to Strange. Anything. They literally just showed up, and it's the big difference. Like
that could have been where we found out that the real motivation for Wanda was not Wanda's herself. It was the black hold or the dark hold
that was really doing all of that
was controlling her. Because when Professor X went in her mind, that should have been the real Wanda, not the one that she took over. That should have been her in that trap, and the dark hold's protecting her. And Charles Xavier would have had to fight demons to try to break the real Wanda out, and almost had her. And you'll see like Wanda's fighting somebody or something like that, and she stops. You know, like you see the struggle in the mind. It's like, okay, the dark hold has her. But no, she wants her children. She wants her fake children.
You could have used a number of gods or forces, the tribunal. You have so many. The one that balances good and evil. You didn't have to use the Illuminati. You did it. And you have a way in because Mortal has the thing of the tribunal.
Yeah. They actually
they showed them.
He has it.
The first multiverse they break through is their faces. I was like, oh shit.
Okay, yeah, but the point, and then you see them also in Loki. There's a statue of the head. Where I'm like, yo, you could have used any one of those for Strange to be brought forth on some. Yo, listen, man, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, bro, but you gotta stop this shit, bro. All right, because if you don't, I'm gonna have to end everything on your side.
Yeah, your whole universe.
You decide one of the coolest things that they've ever come up with is the Illuminati. Could have saved that for World War Hulk. Jesus Christ, Marvel. What in the blue fuck was that?
Yeah.
I literally said, you could have done World War Hulk. This could have been anybody else. And,
I literally think they're trolling people with Hulk. They're trolling people with Hulk.
Just to be balls, you could have done the one of like, yo, listen, I don't usually get involved with you peons, but you're annoying me. What the fuck are you doing, son?
I think they're trolling people with Hulk.
Anybody else? Why this? And then the Illuminati could have been a movie by itself leading into World War Hulk.
Yeah. I'm telling you, they trolling people with Hulk. Ever since that Professor Hulk shit happened and people lost their minds about it, they're like, you know what? Fuck you. You get no Hulk. I really think that's what they're doing.
Wait till She-Hulk comes out, because he's going to be in that. And a bunch of his villains are going to be in that.
If he doesn't turn into Hulk that whole show, I'm going to be like, wow.
Yo, that's another thing. When Wong was fighting the demons, when Wanda's in the dark hole palace, why didn't he get fucking Abomination? We go, we got this big ass monster. Yo, Bamo, come on, do the move. I just trained you in the last movie. Come on, Bambo.
And apparently now they don't have no other superheroes they can fuck with. They can't call anybody else.
To be honest, if
Shang-Chi's cool now, like we've done karaoke. Come through, bro. Help me out.
Nah, well, they asked about Shang-Chi, but like Shang-Chi is somewhere else right now. Like, he didn't really join the cause. Like, they were just like, hey, welcome to the shit show, but he's probably off doing something. I think Wong wouldn't call Abomination, because Wong made easy work of Abomination. He's like, man, we gonna need somebody else, bro. You are not cutting it. You ain't gonna cut it. But
hey, man, here's the thing. We did drunk karaoke. I'm calling you. All right?
Yeah.
Right.
But this is the thing. This is why I've been saying for the last 6 months that this whole trying to tie everything together is gonna backfire, because you're facing 4 fucking demons and Wanda. Why would you not? Even if the Abomination doesn't do shit, why would you not bring him in as a fucking distraction? He's doing some shit. He catches her attention, and you do something.
Yeah.
Well, if it was in the mountain,
lady showed up and destroyed the Darkhold.
If it was in the Wonder Gore, like, again, just being, what is it? Devil's advocate here. If it was in the Wonder Gore, like, Wong couldn't have done anything because her runes are everywhere. No one could, like, apparently she had her runes out, and apparently only the caster could do her. I don't know, man. It's just weird bullshit.
Shit. They didn't say any of that. They didn't hint at it. They didn't allude.
But
to
I mean,
it.
they said that in WandaVision. In WandaVision, they said that.
They didn't say she had a. The thing is, Wong can only get but so close to it. He can only get but so close to the world's most dangerous place to get to.
Yeah,
easily.
So up there, she was doing all her magic. When all her magic is present, he can't do shit. Apparently, it's like,
But you know where he was? He was on the side of that fucking mountain, and you know what could have been at the side of that mountain?
Abomination.
A fucking Abomination.
You know what's funny? This is where I have to give DC the props, because essentially these two are the Lords of Chaos and the Lords of Order, right?
Yeah.
The Lords of Chaos and Order and DC can fuck with each other no matter where they go. Here, walking and we can.
People be busy. People be busy.
I'm sorry. Let me get this right. A little kid opened a portal for Peter Parker to come from another dimension, and this is as close as you can fucking get to him. Oh, you shitting me today, son? And that's it.
It's funny. She was pissed.
Not everybody,
like, bro. You couldn't get us up there, bro.
I'm there. I'm like, dude.
She was so mad. She was so mad.
But yet, this is the world's most dangerous place.
Pass do you have? Get me there.
This is the most dangerous place to get to. So for who? A baby?
By the way,
like they didn't childproof this shit.
He's a Sorcerer Supreme. Wong is a Sorcerer Supreme now. It's not Doctor Strange anymore.
Yep.
I mean, it's a technicality though. Listen, like, he doesn't have strangest powers though.
Yo, listen. All I know is that everybody is bound to Wong. They're not bound to Doctor Strange.
But That's another.
He doesn't have the eye of Agamotto on him. Come on.
You know what he does have? The title.
This is true. This is true.
People are answering to Wong.
And the knowledge.
He doesn't have the powers. He doesn't have the powers.
But this is the thing, though. The plot holes that I seen in this fucking movie. One, America Vespucci was not important in the shit. She was not important in this fucking movie at all. Like this should have been Wanda.
What, the new Spider-Man? That's a new Spider-Man. You guys are ready for that? That's Tony and Peter now. That's who they are now. You saw that, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Who? What do you mean?
Like, he's training her magic.
Is what Peter Parker was to Tony, now to Doctor Strange.
Yeah, the apprentice.
Okay. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
They have that whole...
Oh, yeah, when she left her Carmitage. So that's the thing. I know this is the part that...
No, it's okay.
My bad. And I'm sorry, too, but, like, that's kind of the part, too, that messes me up, because it's like, I keep thinking, like, what would have happened if everything would have gone as according to plan and no COVID shit? I don't know if they're using the COVID shit as an excuse. Maybe they tried something, it didn't work. But America was supposed to be the reason why Toby and Andrew showed up in No Way Home, which would have triggered Wanda, like, wait a minute, I felt that. What just happened? Which technically she should have still felt it. She should have still felt something. And like, she's the one sending all of those monsters after her. So it's like, maybe it would have made sense if we had it then and not now. I don't know.
Well, actually, that's a misconception. Multiverse of Madness was supposed to come out before Spider-Man. So all this was supposed to happen. She lives through Multiverse of Madness, and then in Spider-Man, Peter asked to fuck with the thing.
And then she would have done it
to bring everybody in.
That makes
so
even
one
less
would have
sense.
already been defeated at this point.
That would make even less sense.
Yeah.
That makes even less sense. I don't know how that all worked out. I feel like, so that's what I came out of this movie thinking. It's like, man, this was really random. You know, it's like, it just starts off and America and Defender Strange are running for no reason. They're running because so Wanda was already on her ass. Like Wanda was already on. She just didn't know where she was. She was already on America's ass.
And we already start off with a fucking huge plot hole fucking in the movie in the beginning. Strange, you can't control your powers. I can. So I'm going to take it while she's killing me? What? What is her powers going to do to help you? You can't beat this demon.
Well, he didn't want the demon to take the power. So he
fucking kill the demon.
Clearly, the only way
to save you is to kill you, so that way when this kills me, I could put a fucking spell on myself.
My whole thing is that, like, yo, the book was right there. Why'd y'all stop moving? The book was right there.
You can't magic some shit and have it come to you.
You could have jumped there. You could have jumped over there.
Give me the book.
Yeah, that was weird.
And I want to know the specific shit that he needed to beat Wanda from that book. Because that book it will give you whatever you need to beat the person.
Whatever you need to beat your...
Yeah. I need a steak, a couple fucking soda, a can of corn, and a fucking disintegrator gun, and it just pops out of the fucking thing, and I'm eating the steak now while she's disintegrating.
So the Vishanti is actually like there was like 3 Vishantis, and I think Agamotto, the guy who made the eye and the book that Strange was using, that Caecilius was taking, he's one of those Ashanti people. Everyone says Ashanti. But it was weird, man. That whole beginning was real weird.
Yeah.
Not to mention where the fuck did he get that eye of Agamotto, and what the fuck does that do?
Yeah, it did something, but we don't know what he did.
All of a sudden, that shit does a whole brand new thing after it had the timepiece and it was destroyed. Now he's got a brand new setup.
Yeah.
Yep.
My man upgraded.
My biggest problem with this movie, and I had a discussion, a heavily heated discussion with my boy about this, was Wanda's motivation.
Yeah.
She went Terminator for fake kids. Now, because here's my thing. Here's my thing. At no point in this movie were those kids in danger. The only time in this movie they were in danger is when our Wanda showed up.
Yeah. Yep. And in WandaVision.
At the end of WandaVision, she heard them scream.
Yeah.
No.
If she would have heard them scream for help, or her dreams would have been a nightmare instead of a dream of her tucking them in, then her going Terminator would have made sense. But to me, and I don't give a I'm sorry for everybody who's a parent who's going to tell me I don't understand the love of a kid. No, fuck you. Because the movie tells her, if you learn to deal with your fucking grief, they're finding another thing, and that's going to be enough. And by the end of the movie, what happened? She learned, well, fuck, I got to learn to deal with my grief. They're finding another fucking dimension. That's going to have to be enough. So for everybody who's going to turn to me and be like, you don't understand, you don't have kids, fuck off with that shit. Learn to deal with the fucking grief. Her kids weren't in danger. She went and destroyed a whole bunch of shit for what? For nothing.
Yep.
For nothing.
To be fair, to be fair,
she heard the monster. All of a sudden, no, I don't need to do this shit no more. What
to
the
be
fuck
fair,
are we doing then?
to
We
be
did all this
fair,
for nothing.
To be fair, the Darkhold was working. Darkhold corrupts the mind.
We didn't get that, though, Cabbz. We didn't get that.
Well, I mean, that's what they were explaining, that the Darkhold kind of fucks with you.
She went to go get perfectly safe kids and wanted to reassimilate herself and change out their mother.
I mean,
that's not a good motivation.
I mean, it's not, but what I'm saying is that at the end of WandaVision, she's already using the Darkhold, and the Darkhold fucks with you, you know? So yeah, the motivation's changed. Maybe she started off right, ended wrong. But again, no, you're right. I agree with you. Spoiler alert, Flocka. You know what we doing up in here. Act like you know. Act like you've been here all 40 episodes. You know what time it is. But no, you're right. This is what everyone's talking about. It's the motivation of Wanda that's the problem with this movie. And it's crazy because Wanda does. I kind of like her. I kind of like her being the Scarlet Witch until, I mean, the problem is that she goes all Rambo and goes nuts. But it's like she actually did a pretty good job. She had her whole little Carrie thing going.
Yeah, I got a question.
But yeah, like the Darkhold fucks with you. Apparently, it fucks with you.
Before you get the question, dude, I'm telling you, if she would have heard them, and then she would have turned around like, my kids are in danger. That I don't care what you say, Strange. I have to go save them. Okay. And then when what's his name? Wong could have turned around and been like, hey, they're in another universe. Maybe they're safe. This thing is lying to you. She hears them again, or sprinkled throughout that the Darkhold is actually clouding what the fuck she's really seeing.
Yeah.
Then we have it. Because right now, what the movie said was, this is exactly what the movie told us. This parent went to her ex's house to rip the kids away from her. And when he or she got there, they were playing Xbox, they were eating ice cream, they were having a good time, they're well fed, they're well taken care of, and he freaked them the fuck out by trying to rip them away for no fucking reason at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, she lost her way. Like, yeah.
That's not a loss of a way. That's not a loss of a way. That's bad writing.
But this is the Scarlet Witch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Real quick, Lay. Question for you. One of Doctor Strange's enemies is called Nightmare, right?
Yes, sir.
So and he fucks with you in the dream world or some shit, right?
Absolutely.
So now, wouldn't it be cool if that dimension with the Illuminati's, their Nightmare was working with who's the black guy, red belt?
Mordo.
To fucking obsess our Wanda to kill that Illuminati so he could take over that dimension with Mordo. That means so that way the Illuminati can fight Nightmare, get a win under their belt, and Doctor Strange can deal with
belt.
That way Doctor Strange can deal with Wanda. Safe face. And it will give you motivation. It will give you motivation because that's how you fuck with her dreams, and then the Darkhold possesses her even more because once she got that little prick, the little cut of the dreaming and the obsession with it, the Darkhold just infected the wound, and now she goes and blah blah blah. It would have made a lot more sense at the end when she goes, "No one can be corrupted by the Darkhold again," and she destroyed every Darkhold in every dimension. Which
Darkhold's coming back.
Which here's the thing though, if she can reach every dimension and destroy the Darkhold, Why does she need America Vespucci?
Just say America Chavez. You have better jokes than that.
No. When America Chavez shows up,
where does Vespucci come from?
We got a girl that fucking got bit by a bee and sent both her parents to another dimension. That's not America Chavez. It's America Vespucci.
Yo,
isn't that the guy who actually discovered America? Who's America's named after?
Yeah.
There you go.
So her origins are so muddled, and they've been retconned. The only reason I knew who America Chavez was when they first introduced her is because no, I don't. That's besides the fact.
Right, well,
but
I want it for the record that she's hot.
Yeah.
When you're talking about the comic book one, not the 14-year-old in the movie, right?
I'm talking about the well, not me.
That's what for clarification.
So
there you go.
So like when she first shows up to New York, the only reason I knew who she was when she shows up to New York, the family that finds her is a bunch of Puerto Ricans from the Heights. So that's cool. Like literally, she is protecting Washington Heights, and like when she gets to New York, so that's all I knew about her. But she is originally from a planet, well, like a thing outside of the multiverse. Her moms were extremely strong, holding that place down, the Utopian Temple, some shit like that, and it was getting attacked. And
they sent her away.
They sent her away. She shows up in Jones Beach in New York, out of all the fucking beaches. But she shows up. This family finds her. They take her to the hood, and that's where she gets. That's where she, is America Chavez. But later, this was like 2-3 years ago. This I read. I didn't know this. They changed her origin. They retconned it a little bit, where they said that was a lie. What she thought, how she got to New York, apparently that was a lie, and she was just created in some lab. Or she had like a infectious disease, and they were trying to help her in some lab, but that just ended up being a place where they wanted to use that for weapons, and her parents, her moms, tried to blow it up. They died. She and her sister lived. Her sister went. It is really, for someone who hasn't been out for that long, her origin is all over the place. So much people have theories on her origin. Is kind of weird. But
whatever they did in the comics is way better than I freaked out because of a fucking bumblebee and snapped my parents somewhere else.
I mean,
I don't like bugs either. I'll freak out if a bee flied in here too, but not to the point where I'm gonna fucking not to that level.
Uncontrollably.
All your worst fears show up.
If you have powers that you don't know about, and you get like a shock, I've seen that before in hero origins where they don't really know what a power, and then something like hits them, they're like and they just blast something.
Yeah, so it's like something like that. That's how most mutants come out with the thing.
So I get that, but still, it was weird. Like, does it have to be a bee? Can we just show some alien race trying to blow up the planet, and they just send her somewhere? That could have been it.
I would have loved if she would have felt the effects of what Sylvie did when she killed the one who's left.
They're out of the multiverse, so I don't know.
But she's connected to the multiverse. That's her powers.
She didn't understand it yet, but maybe a disturbance after she killed.
When Sylvie kills the one who's left, and it made all those branches, now it's like, why am I feeling all this shit? And then she just does this, and it explodes a fucking multiverse fucking tunnel.
I appreciate the fact that you guys are starting to realize that I was right. But go ahead.
Yeah.
I was right there with you, bud. I was right there with you.
Sylvie does the correct thing and kills he who remains.
The one who's left.
And then, what do you call it? Then America's moms feel it because they're the ones who are protecting the Utopia realm.
Okay.
They feel it. And she starts to freak out. And they're trying to control, they're trying to calm her down, but deal with other shit, and shit's going off. And then she just freaks out, has a panic attack, and all that happens.
Got it.
Essentially, Marvel.
Then that would have made more sense when Kevin Feige turns out and goes, "Oh no, Spider-Man didn't fuck up Doctor Strange's spell. Sylvie did." And you're like, "Really?"
Because we kind of saw Spider-Man fuck up the spell.
Yeah, we literally saw Doctor Strange say, "Hey, if you don't stop talking, you're gonna fuck the spell up." But no, my girl who did the right thing, she's the one who fucked up.
There was a lot of randomness in this movie, and you know,
By
it's
the way,
funny.
we
Like,
actually like this
they gotta
movie.
be
Throwing it
like
out
choose
there.
better things to link.
I
Like,
don't like this.
What you said, Lev?
We really enjoyed some of us.
I think you. So I watched it the first time. I watched it twice. I was only gonna watch it once. I had a rough day on Monday, yesterday at work, and I just decided, bro, I'm gonna go watch it again. I did IMAX. I wanted to hear. I wanted to see. You know, and I spoke to Le about it afterwards a little bit earlier today. He was like, it's a nice little movie. It's a Doctor Strange movie. Like Doctor Strange, the first one was like okay. Like I liked it personally, but it was just okay. I think it's okay. I don't think it's a bad movie, but it's just a little random.
You know, for me, I feel like Doctor Strange is one of the strongest characters, but the weakest movies. He has like Doctor Strange 1 was weak because you know he fought a fucking ball that could talk, and then this one it was more of a Wanda fucking movie. But
this was 100%. So that's the Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi was like, "Ooh, you guys are gonna let me mess around with the witch? Let me make a scary movie," which wasn't that horror.
Scary.
It wasn't that much horror. There was just zombies, and it's like the motivational speech that Zombie Strange gave.
Yo,
my man got half his face missing. I got one rant, and then I'm gonna let you go though.
No, go ahead.
The one thing that I cannot forgive Marvel for in this movie, I forgive Marvel for a lot of stuff. You guys know that. I guess out of the four here, I'm probably the most forgiving of Marvel and MCU. I'm okay with admitting that. Something I will never forgive you for is the music battle. What in the hell? Like, I'm not looking at y'all. I'm looking at nothing.
Oh no, yeah.
I'm looking at the multiverse right now. Like, yo, I get it. Strange hits the piano. He's like, oh, there's sheet music everywhere. Let me use these little music notes as runes to help me fight. You know what? I'm gonna give you that, Marvel. But when I don't know what is that. That's not Strange Supreme, apparently.
Strange.
Whatever. Fucking weird Strange. When he makes the lines and opens like a piano, holds in the notes and throws Beethoven back, I was like, we could have. Honestly, I would have just been okay if they would have visioned it out and just spoke. I would have been okay with that. That music battle is dumb. I can't forgive you. You could go now, Cap.
Especially when you have the fucking urn of the Undertaker that's shooting out lava.
Well,
that was in a different. That was in the same spot.
Christine, because he says, take all the light around me to protect me against the darkness. But then she just started like popping motherfuckers with that. I was like,
how do you have this powerful fucking weapon, and then you're gonna shoot Beethoven at somebody? It's like,
yo, bro, he literally said, "Sing." I was like. Did they really do this? I don't even know if that's Beethoven or not. It sounded like Castlevania. I don't think it's
Beethoven, but it is.
Whoever it is. I was like, yo, they really just had a whole music battle. It was music notes everywhere. Just use runes. We've been using runes the whole time. Yeah. I'm not forgiving more. That like legit made me scratch off like a whole point. Yeah. I was like 0.5. I was at a 7.5. I saw that. I'm like, wow.
And no good cape versus bad cape. No.
That would have been cool. He didn't even have a cape, a cloak. Evil Strange didn't even show a cloak, did he?
No.
I don't think he had one, which is kind of interesting. But I think it was just a random movie. It's like we really don't experience America, and you're right, fucking Cap. Like this was supposed to come out first in Spider-Man anyway, so this would have explained everything later on, and I guess that would have made more sense. But it's like we literally just got America, and I get it. We're building up the Young Avengers, so it's time for her and Miles and Kamala Khan to show up. I get it, but like, bro, it's just like Wanda just tracked her down using the Darkhold, and she sent. I don't know. It was. I think the word that I'm looking for it was sudden. It was a little sudden. Like maybe we could have worked up to America towards the end of the film. I don't know, but it just felt sudden.
It was a little too rough.
It was a little too rough, son. And I love it when movies just start. But I love it when movies just start and I don't need an explanation because they're literally just running, and this happens, and then Strange wakes up, and it was weird. Now, some positives. Oh, I did. Oh, no, okay, go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, let's get all the negatives out of the way.
Oh, I thought we were. I thought we were done. No, go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Can we, for the love of God, stop this whole bullshit with no training? You knew how to do this the whole time. Bullshit. What the fuck does that mean?
So, with America, like the power is in you the whole time. You got this.
Yeah, 99% of this movie, she's just a scared little girl. And then for that 1%, you need her to punch Wanda into a new dimension. We needed
the speech. We needed the speech. We needed the motivational zombie speech.
How about you actually build a fucking connection, and as Strange and her are wandering through different fucking multiverses and dimensions, there's conversations going on. What triggers it? Fear? Cool. Why do you think that is? How do you control your fear? How do you do this? Just little nuggets here and there, so that by the time he goes up, he gives her a look and she realizes, oh, everything you've been telling me is what I need to know to do this. Instead of it's in you. You knew how to do it because every time you opened a portal, you sent us where we needed to go. No, that's not her doing it. That's fucking lazy writing.
And you know what's funny?
We need to go see the Illuminati.
Yeah, there was no reason. There was no reason whatsoever that they needed to go to Earth 836.
838, yeah. Because it's funny, what they really needed to go to was the one that Strange messed up to get the Darkhold. They didn't need to go to 838. And it's like, but and you know what's funny, Cap? They did touch on that for a little bit when they randomly just end up stepping on memory simulators. Because they're strolling down, and Strange just happens to be in a memory simulator. He sees a memory. She's like, "Oh shit!" And then she's like, "Hey, I'll step on mine." So that's when we see her do the thing to her mom. And Strange asks her, "It's like, yo, that's the first time that you did that?" And she was like, "It's not important." He was like, "It's actually extremely important." So they started with that. They just stopped it. They just didn't keep going. More conversations like that would have made it more believable. The fucking zombie monologue.
And can I ask one question? Why in the world, in a universe where Doctor Strange helped kill Thanos and died, was nobody, not even Bruce Campbell, was sitting around like, yo, I thought they said Doctor Strange died. Isn't that Doctor Strange?
Well, he does go, hey, Doctor Strange. Like, he was a little confused by it, but I think he thought it was like a costume or something.
Yeah.
Like,
but nobody, and I've been to Comic-Con. I've seen people who have really good costumes.
Yeah.
And even the most hardened New Yorkers turn around and at least go, huh, nobody's reacting to this dude? How many people walk around as Doctor Strange after he died? Is that a normal occurrence in this world? How come he didn't run into 15 other people dressed as Doctor Strange on a random day? Like, come on.
It's nitpicking, but it's nitpicking, but it's these little things that build the world. This is world building. If somebody would have just bumped into him and be like, "Thought you died," it's little tidbits. I would have rather a couple minutes here and there spread out evenly with world building like that than fucking the battle at Carmitage. I didn't like the battle at Carmitage. I just didn't. I just thought it was pointless.
Yeah, and also she's a thief apparently.
Who?
She just steals food. America Vespucci.
No. She said in most of the other universes it was free. The food is always free.
Yeah, she was. So I wrote that down. I wanted to go into some positives, and I thought that was really funny. Like, but no, we're still on negatives. But now that you mentioned it, I thought that was really funny. Yeah, she was like, "Yo, on most universes, food is just free." It's weird that you got to pay for yours. And then my man comes up and he's like, it's not free here. And she's like, okay. He just walked off anyways. Pizza balls.
Dude, what? Another thing that I don't like about this movie, there's no consequence for any of this.
Yeah.
Because even the end credit incursion happens in the dark dimension, not in the dimension where she killed the Illuminati.
Who is like hurting? Their heroes are down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they got hit hard.
None of that had any consequence for the rest of the MCU. None of this has any consequence.
We're not going to see it yet. We'll see it later. The same way with Sylvie. The same way. And I feel you. It's not an excuse. Like, this is an Ultron situation where we're going to go back and be like, oh, yeah, that movie's a little better now that there's 16 more others out there. And it's not fair. And we keep saying that. We said the same thing about Eternals. Like, yeah, they'll figure it out. Sylvie, yeah, they'll figure it out. It's getting lazy. I feel you, Cap. It's getting lazy.
And also, like, I would have loved to have seen Wong kind of like be angry at Doctor Strange for what he did with Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Strange didn't erase everybody's memory of his spell. He erased everybody's memory of Spider-Man. Like, Wong, he should have known there's a big ass thing in the sky. Maybe people don't see the sky. No one, like, I get it. New York, we see skyscrapers. We only see 150 fucking stories. We don't see anything after that. But like in the rest of the fucking world, there's a giant fucking head somewhere, and there's a big ass fucking dimensional break in the goddamn sky with hundreds of people trying to walk through the shit. You're telling me Wong didn't know this fucking guy did a spell? Like, come on, Wong. You're the Sorcerer Supreme. Get this shit together. Tell Strange, like, yo, stop with your shit. The last time you went on a rogue mission, you almost fucked up the whole vast of the Earth. And now you want to go in a dimension? You literally fucked up the fabric of time and space. And then you want to go in another dimension?
They go into it. They go into it in the diner a little bit. She's like, yeah, there was some Spider-Man stuff that happened. They go into it a little bit, but yeah.
How weird is this? Every other dimension is like, no. Strange is a fucking idiot. Except ours.
Yeah, our Strange do whatever the fuck he wants.
The only person who thinks Strange is an idiot is the dude who led with his cats died first.
He was meant to be the best of us. That's why. He was meant to be the best of us. Yeah. Come on now. Fuck all those other Earths. Although, like 838 Strange was alright, but he just got a little too much of the Darkhold. You know what I'm saying? He was alright, but he just let that Darkhold.
And why can this Strange fucking deal with the Darkhold? Like, what makes this Strange so fucking special compared to the other Strange?
He was meant to be the best of us, but hold on now. There's that Darkhold is still around. That third eye came out because of that Darkhold. Remember, he was walking. He's like, there's some shit going on with Strange. We don't see it yet, but the Darkhold definitely left an impression on Doctor Strange. And even Wong asked him. Wong is like, yo, so you kind of used the Darkhold to dreamwalk into a dead body. You good, my guy? And he's like, yeah, I'm all right. He is not okay. He is not okay.
I love there's no Strange in your dimension. Oh, they didn't say it has to be a live body.
Yeah.
Really? So the dead dream now. Because if you dream walk, that suggests to me that you have to be in something that is capable of dreaming. Not something that has no fucking brain function whatsoever.
You gotta remember, once the brain dies, the brain still has activity for at least 2 years when it's in the ground.
He's a doctor. He's a doctor. Yeah. He works in a hospital. He knows that.
Yeah. Like 12 volts.
How long
at his back.
Was he in the ground? That he fucking shaved. He decomposed. The hair was slightly different.
Yeah, my man.
He just showed up like an hour ago.
Yeah, my man is fresh. Where did the hair go? My man is fresh. Yo, I know. No, you know what's funny though? But you know who? You know what movie explained this? Good old Wawa West. Good old Wawa West explained this. When you die, there's still images burned in to your eyes. That's what he used to get it. Y'all remember that when he fucking took this guy head up? Oh, it's not clear because of glasses. God damn it, Will Smith. You're always showing up. No, yeah, there was some there was some really strange stuff. And my man is, again, the zombie monologue. My man got half his face chewed off, and I'm supposed to like get excited over here. And yeah, strange motivation. Like, okay.
Yeah. Can we acknowledge this? You might call this nitpicking, but can we acknowledge this? The implications here. The reason Doctor Strange had to look at her and go, no, it's you who's got to do this. Possibly because he's in a fucking dead body.
Yeah.
That probably can't absorb that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. He thought about it too. He's like, Wong just told me to do this. Maybe I should do this. And he's like, nah, I'm a fucking zombie. Just you do it. You do it, girl.
All you gotta do is believe. And boom, she mastered her powers. She Charlie Sheen the shit. She closed her eyes and said, I'm out of cancer. That's it. Now I'm throwing stars at people. I would have loved more of America Vespucci. If this is supposed to be her coming out song, I want to know more about her. I don't give a shit about every fucking incarnation of Doctor Strange as a dick. We know this. We've seen multiple movies of Doctor Strange being a dick. We get it. I want to see America, her shit, her struggle through her shit. I want to see the fucking Illuminati explain some shit away. So all we got from then is your ex is counting Earths, and these assholes over here think they're smarter than you because you came from another dimension, and your one over here read a book. Like, I don't get it.
Professor X believed in him though. He's like, we'll see what's up with this Strange.
He did, and he's the most consistent out of the characters of the
Illuminati.
Because
we get to see him for longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah, but every incarnation of Professor X, he's that. That's him. He has hope in people. He believes that there's good in someone, so he's gonna bet on good.
Has a terrible time with redheads, though.
Yeah, no, your word. This guy who played Mr. Fantastic, he has the look, but Cap was saying that I don't see him as a dick. He said that last week. Remember we spoke about that? He doesn't see him as the type of dick.
Reed Richards, very cocky.
So I'm looking at him and I'm like, yo, he looks like a good Reed Richards. But then I'm like, this isn't the Reed Richards that Lay explains to me. Because Lay describes Reed Richards to a T in the comics. And then I got to thinking, I'm like, yo, let's take the race out of it. The dude who's in This Is Us and in the Predator movie, the newest Predator movie, I don't know his name.
Yes.
Sterling K. Brown.
Yes. He has that ice cold, I don't give a fuck attitude that I see in the character that Lay keeps describing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think if he was Mr. Fantastic, that would be some dope shit right there, because his acting is off the charts.
So that was a question I had. So, like, the next time we see Reed Richards, it's not going to be John Krasinski? Or he's just going to act different?
Possibly, because according to Cap, when he comes back, he'll explain. But apparently, there's certain things in each dimension that everyone has to look the exact same. So he could come back as a different person. But at this point, it's like, you're really not giving any effort into like developing new characters, whether they're gonna be there for 10 minutes or not. I don't want to see another incarnation of him. I don't want to see another incarnation of anyone, unless it's like a Wolverine, because you're clearly telling us you don't give a shit. You know, like if it's not coming from a TV show, these characters are not lasting long, and we're not gonna put in an effort in.
That's how I feel, but like obviously there's gonna be we're gonna get Professor X again. We're just gonna, and it's gonna be Patrick Stewart. It's just gonna be from a different universe, which is weird. But Pro says, you guys make me not want to see this movie. You should never do that. Like, we're on a podcast. We gotta be a little bit more critical about things. So at the end of the day, I still did have fun watching this movie, especially the second go around. It was a nice Doctor Strange movie, but it just wasn't the multiverse. It wasn't the Multiverse of Madness. They went to a couple multiverses, but like, you should still watch it on your own. It's still a fun movie. Again, remember, we're fucking watching this shit to break it down. Like, bro, I was taking notes in the theaters. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just go with a clear mind just to have a good time, you're gonna have a good time with this movie. There is a lot of fun stuff, bro. There's some funny moments. It's very enjoyable, but it's just when you keep watching these movies and you keep critiquing them, you start seeing this shit come up over and over and over again. You kind of get sick of it a little bit. And you should still go watch it. It's still a good movie. I urge everyone here, go and watch it. You know, it's a good movie. It's not horror, how people are saying, but it's definitely a little bit darker than...
It's the most horror that the MCU has ever done.
It's the most horror that the MCU has ever done. And, you know, yeah, Sam Raimi, you know, his early beginnings in Evil Dead and shit like that. So, you know.
I'll say this. There's a 15 to 20 minute stretch of this movie that you should go see. Because in a vacuum, that 15 to 20 minutes is probably one of the most awesome things you'll see if you're a fan of comic book or horror or anything. But that's the problem with this movie. I mean, I was bored with it, but I can admit that in a vacuum, if you take sections of this movie out, it's amazing to watch. But when you put it together as a fucking cohesive thing, it doesn't work.
I think that's the best way to put it. It's like it's a series of random things that just were put together for no reason. Look, I think that a lot of people who might not be as invested in the MCU as like us and people who've been there from the beginning, I think this movie's gonna be like, okay, this is gonna be an exit point for a lot of people. I think a lot of people who aren't diehards are gonna be like, well, that was fun. I thought they had something cooking after Thanos, and maybe not. Listen, maybe I don't have to watch every movie now. Maybe I could just watch the big dogs and Spider-Man.
Before you go, for me personally, I'm starting to see the off-ramp.
Yeah.
My GPS is telling me in about 6 miles that off-ramp is coming. I can take it if I want.
Secret Wars needs to knock it out of the park, or I don't think they could continue this after Secret Wars. And clearly they're building up to it. They're talking about incursions. They're talking about planets colliding. And they did mention Reed Richards' son, Franklin. Well, they didn't say him by name, but he's out there. You know, we know that he's out there because he says that he has kids and he's super strong, you know, beyond their status. And then, you know, that'll lead to Doom, and Doom could host the Secret War games in Battle World, you know. But if we don't get more steam and Secret Wars isn't like hitting like Infinity War Endgame, people are gonna pull out. I'm gonna be watching forever because I just love this goofy shit. But there's a lot of people that pump the brakes after Doctor Strange. 100%.
You know, it's all right. It's a Fast and the Furious movie. If you go there to watch a movie, you'll enjoy it. If you go there for something that's
analyze,
that's supposed to explain and to continue a story, this is where it falls off.
You literally do not have to watch this movie.
Yeah, there's nothing in this movie that's gonna explain what happened, especially with Spider-Man or Eternals or any of the TV shows. And I don't see this doing anything for the future. This should have been a TV show. If this would have been Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness Disney Plus TV show, we would have been talking about a different.
This should have been WandaVision episode 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah. They did too much. They try to put too much in here without accomplishing anything. You know, they it's like you put so much different types of chocolate into a fucking ice cream, and now you don't even taste the chocolate anymore. Like they put too much into this shit that it nullified anything that they wanted to do. If they would have just stuck with one or two different things, like if he would have went after Wanda to help her, and Wanda's like, I can't help you, and he would have left, and they would have still had the demons chasing her and all that, and then you would have found out at the end that Wanda was the one controlling the demons because she wanted America's power, and it's crazy because even Wong was like, why don't you just take her? Why don't you just have her take you to a dimension where your children are? What if they get sick? Bitch, they got medicine there. Have you ever seen someone get an interdimensional sickness? In all honesty, they have not faced that ever.
The immaculate infection.
Tony Stark has never said this motherfucker got the Spanish flu from 838. I gotta go to that dimension and get the medicine. He never said that. That doesn't even exist. The possibility of a sickness that another dimension can fix that we haven't discovered yet.
Yep.
Like, come get out of here with that shit. You're a witch. You're a fucking witch. You heal them.
I mean, beautiful. I don't know. I mean, if there's any disease in that paint
that's
world,
an actual witchcraft right there.
If there's any disease in that paint world, I don't know if we could do anything about that. That paint world looked frustrating.
Yeah, but
that shit look weird.
No, everybody gets clumpy. That's what it is.
So before you go, Bleak, the problem is they set the bar so damn high. It's hard to make something to follow it.
Hey, what's up, Bleak?
Yeah, that's the thing. Marvel can't keep topping itself every time, but it's not even about topping yourself on this one. It was just like Cap said, it's just a bunch of random shit put together. Together doesn't make that much sense, but when you look at little tidbits, you're like, okay.
Yo,
go ahead, Cap.
The writing has to get better.
Yeah.
And there was something that you just said. Oh, yeah. The whole thing about why don't you take Wanda to a dimension where they're there, and she turned around, well, what if they get sick? Bitch, you made them up. The Darkhold has given you more power than you've ever had. Recreate them.
So
make them again.
So a lot of people have been talking about that. A lot of people have been talking about that, and it's like recreating that life in the same image that she's used to might have gotten a little complicated. And again, there's just people making excuses. It's just people making excuses.
They're not her kids. If she takes them from somewhere else, they're not hers.
Remaking them the same way. But apparently she can't remake them the same exact way. That's what they've been saying. I don't agree. But
when you first saw Wanda, she was in an illusionary apple field.
Yeah.
She could have made them in that illusionary apple field. The same way she made them when she was in WandaVision.
That Darkhold. But I agree with you. I agree with you. Don't get mad at me.
No, I'm not getting mad at you.
Now we're mad at you, Cabbz.
Me and Toe. I'm mad at Lay. Me and Toe talked about this, right? Because we obviously we've lost our mom. And if we had to go to if we had an opportunity to go to a different dimension and all that bullshit, right? We had that conversation. You just said Wanda can't make the kids the exact same way she had before. Okay. So when she takes the other kids from the other dimension and swaps out with their mom, and she goes, hey kids, do you remember when Sparky did this? And they go, we don't know what you're talking about. We didn't have Sparky. We had the hamster.
Well,
you're not fucking real. Just make them again.
That's where she fucked up, though. That's where the Darkhold fucked her up. And then her being such a monster, the kids made her realize, like, bro, you're mad weird right now.
You keep saying that's where the Darkhold fucked her up. Here's the one thing movies have to do. Movies have to present their fucking argument. And at no point did the movie say that Darkhold was fucking Wanda up.
It didn't say it. It indirectly says it that the Darkhold, like Strange says it. Strange says that the Darkhold doesn't only fuck up the universe, it fucks up the reader.
Yes, except Wandagore was a temple to the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Which means to tell me that that's the one thing that the Darkhold doesn't corrupt the Scarlet Witch. This was made for her.
That's a stretch.
That's what the movie told me.
That's a stretch.
That's a stretch?
Yeah,
motherfucker. Sorry, I don't mean to stress you.
She became the
fucking thing in Wandagore was about the Scarlet Witch.
She became the Scarlet Witch during
the fucking demons were there to serve her. The whole shit was set up for her.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean the Darkhold can't fuck you up. It's literally made of dark magic.
But when you tell me all that was set up for her, and you don't tell me that the Darkhold fucks her up, the Darkhold doesn't fuck her up.
I mean, but Strange said it.
It's a stretch to make that assumption.
Sometimes we make the wildest connections on this show, but when we don't want to make the connections, we don't want to accept things. Like, we make wild accusations here and wild connections. No. I agree how it was random and her motivations were jaded and scarred and weird. But I mean, Strange said it that the Darkhold messes up the user. He said it. All I'm saying is that he said it.
No, real quick, and before Lay goes, because I know Lay's chomping at the bit to get in here. We make the connections based off of the character's history throughout the movies and the TV shows. the characters, Wanda's character, her history is she suffers a lot of pain and she gets revenge off of it. When Pietro died, she ripped Ultron's heart out of his body and crushed it. She got the revenge. When Vision died, she wanted to rip Thanos' body in half. Right? When she lost the possibility of a life with Vision, she created the WandaVision and all that other shit. When she lost her children, she had nothing to feed that grief. Right? So this could have been something that fed the grief. Now that could have been a weakness that the Darkhold went on her. There was no actual showing of her grieving for her children. It was an absolute. She figured out my children are in other dimensions and I'm gonna get them. Why wouldn't you go a step further? Get every single incarnation of her children's from every single dimension and be the mother of all those
and make an orphanage.
Why is it that one set of children from one dimension is good enough if you're gonna look for all of them? You see what I'm saying? Like, showed us.
First of all, I'm just saying,
girl has no remorse when it comes to revenge.
Guys,
there's no growth here. There's no character growth.
I agree.
In Doctor
I said
Strange
it. I agree that the motivation of Wanda is a little messed up.
Yeah.
But Strange legit says it in the movie.
No, but
I'm just saying he says it that the Darkhold fucks with the user. Like it fucks with the user too. Like
where's her third eye? Where's the evidence where's the evidence that the Darkhold was controlling her and not the other way around?
Also,
I'm just saying that's what Strange said, that it fucks with the user as well. That's all I'm saying. They
stated in WandaVision that because she was able to create organic material out of nothing, she had the power of the Scarlet Witch, which came from the Darkhold.
I'm gonna go ahead and reiterate that I agree with you guys. I know no, everyone is talking about the real problem with this movie is Wanda's motivation. It's like, yo, you could have gotten kids from somewhere else. You could have made kids elsewhere. I'm just saying, like, Strange said it in the movie that the Darkhold fucks with you.
But I want to know for a fact, do you agree
why can we not believe that the Darkhold fuck with Wanda?
I would love to. I would love
they made
to
a statue of it.
No, I would love to.
That shit is dark magic that comes from like elder gods. Who the fuck
I would love to agree with you on that. I would love to have that. I would just wanted to see that even more. I wanted to see evidence of that happening.
Well, we said it. This movie needs 30 more minutes.
Yeah.
This is why I can't make that connection. Because only a judge can hold the fucking gun and Judge Dredd. So when you show me a temple that is built for, designed around, has creatures to protect the Scarlet Witch, that wouldn't corrupt the Scarlet Witch.
I mean, she's literally...
It makes no sense that the thing you built for her will also corrupt her.
Yeah, her destiny is to destroy the world, though. Agatha said that.
That has nothing to do with being corrupted. She's going to destroy the fucking world. The world
doesn't mean like being corrupted in order to do it. Like, you got to be corrupted to destroy the world. If she destroyed the world, some of her kids that she's made up go too, right? So it's like, obviously there's a level of corruption. Now,
so what you're saying is that the Scarlet Witch should have corrupted Wanda to convince her to destroy the world to look for her kids.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that like her...
That seems like it makes more sense than...
What I'm saying, like she was like her, what is the, not legend, her future, what Agatha said, like her destiny is to destroy the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have some level of corruption to destroy the world, no?
So here's the thing. Where was the fucking Darkhold when she imprisoned a whole town of people? That had nothing to do
with Agatha had it. She didn't have it yet.
Yeah, but that had nothing to do with Wanda. She was already on the path of being...
she'd been on that path.
The fucking Darkhold.
She'd been on that path, and that's what I'm saying. The Darkhold sealed the deal. Put the little sugar cubes in the coffee and served it up. That's what I'm saying.
Cabbz, I'm addicted to fucking sugar.
Okay.
Right? Uh-huh. If 6 years from now I die of a diabetic shock because I ate a candy bar, you can't turn around and go, that candy bar is what killed Victor. No, I've been doing this for so long without. What I'm saying is,
But we hadn't seen her get to here though. So what I'm saying is the Darkhold could have somehow. So what you're saying is that the Darkhold didn't lend to any of her madness.
No, the Darkhold.
They just gave her information about the multiverse.
Yes, the Darkhold gave her information that she didn't already have. Told her what runes to put, what demons, what all this was. It's a book of information. The only reason the Darkhold will corrupt the only reason the Darkhold will corrupt anybody else who uses it is because they're not meant for it. It's like how a fucking It's like how a frog, one of those tropical rainforest frogs, if you touch it, you get poisoned. But if it touches itself, it doesn't poison itself. It makes no sense that it would poison itself.
So what Strange said doesn't count.
It doesn't count for her because Wonder Girl was made for the Scarlet Witch in order to enact the exact destiny that she has. It's just a piece for her to enact the shit she was already going to do.
Just saying that.
Appreciate that, bro.
Thank you, bro. Just saying that Darkhold has something. Like there has to be something in there. Like
also, I want to ask a question before.
I'm going off what Strange said.
Yeah, where was White Vision? Because White Vision got all the memories from Vision and logically deciphered he was Vision. So that's the woman you love.
The real question is, where was Vision in that other Wanda's house? She a single mom now?
I don't know, but it's like
well, since the Ultron program worked, they didn't have to make Vision. Ultimately, that's what I'm figuring, right? Since it didn't work, they didn't have to make Vision.
Makes sense
because Vision was accountable, right?
Who's the father of those kids?
Yeah.
Huh?
Sums up.
Who's the father of those kids?
Wanda.
She made
a mom. Produces herself.
Yeah.
See, that's another part of the argument that me and my friend had is he kept saying that they were real in the other dimension. It's like, that's impossible. It's impossible for them to be real because now the implications again, if they were real, then Wanda just took 2 depowered kids from a fucking house. Again, they're not hers. Like all this could have been fucking saved with 20 seconds of she still thinks they're in danger. Because then we could have played the whole movie with well, are we on her side? Are they in danger? Are they not in danger? They keep telling us that Doctor Strange is a fucking liar and a fucking dipshit in every universe. So can we trust him? Do we trust her? Is it the Darkhold? Is it this? And then
that'd have been some madness for you.
Yeah, and then we get the reveal of what it actually is. 20 fucking seconds in the beginning. Help, Mom. Or they could have done something that would have been mind-blowing. They could have fucking did in the beginning of the movie, help, Mom, help us, and looped it back around so that when she showed up at the end, she was hearing them scream when she showed up. Because time's a flat circle. It's happening all at once. That would have been mind-blowing. The kids were screaming because she showed up to take them, not because they were in danger from something else. Boom. Your movie just jumps up 2 fucking points now.
Yeah, and I mentioned to Cap, I was like, imagine if that Wanda, so to have a purpose for that other dimension besides the Illuminati, if that Wanda would have had nightmares of losing her children, and this Wanda had the dreams of keeping the children, and since you're dreaming, you're thinking that this is what's happening, Wanda's going to get her children, and the other one is so afraid of losing them. Now it's like a opposing force battling each other. You would have Wanda versus Wanda.
That would have been crazy.
Yo,
but that's wild.
Yo, to jump off of that, that's another thing where I had that discussion where my boy was like, oh, you won't understand the love of a parent. The parent will do whatever it takes. It's like, okay, cool. One parent will do whatever it takes to get him back. The other one is not going to do whatever it takes to keep him. She's not going to fight back at all. She's not going to do not one fucking thing either way. Either way, to turn around and go, you know what? No, I agree with her. If she thinks that they were destroyed, I'm letting her go. But talking to Professor X or trying to actually help out, nothing. She did absolutely nothing until the end.
Well, I mean, this girl Wanda took over her. So that's my question. In the other universe, was she just Wanda, or like was she the Scarlet Witch? Because like she had the powers, but did the powers come from the dream walking, or because she looked like she was retired? Homegirl over here making ravioli and shit. You know what I'm saying? She looked retired. So like that was some. I was like, what the hell is that?
She must have been just Wanda.
She was just chilling. Yeah.
With the fact that the Illuminati was like, oh, Wanda's coming. Wanda's nothing to us.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't like, yeah, your little friend is out, your little witch is okay, but like, man, this is, I don't know. She seemed very powerful coming from 616, and now it's officially 616.
Yeah.
So no more 1999. Like, so that's the thing, like I said it, multiverse of plot holes. You know what I mean? Like, and it's tough for Marvel not to run into plot holes with this. Like, it's been so long. It's trying to keep things, in a row, but it's just difficult at this point.
Tell the story you're trying to tell the story you're trying to tell.
Connected.
But the thing is, everything doesn't need to connect things. Like, if you would have just told the story you're trying to tell with Wanda and her kids and had Doctor Strange try to save the planet, that would have been good enough. And then you have another movie that actually connects to Eternals or to Spider-Man or to Loki and explain it then. Because it's like, we don't need to explain anything. Guardians of the Galaxy be an awesome. Oh, why explain shit in Doctor Strange?
The only
thing I wanted to hear the explanation of is what happened with Spider-Man.
The one thing that helped the MCU be what it is, it's kind of like hindering it now. Not hindering. Again, I don't want to sound mean. I still love all the connectivity. I want all the connectivity connected all. That's me personally. But you have to know when to connect and not, because like it could get a little convoluted, and like when you're just walking over these plot holes, like, oh, this happened, oh, that happened.
When I saw the timeline altogether, every single movie was an independent movie of each other until the final scenes. Until those scenes came on, there was no connection between them.
They weren't really jumping around movies. It was just everyone do their own shit, Avengers. Everyone do their own shit, Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those two end credit scenes were a waste to me. I don't know how you felt about it, but those two end credit scenes seemed like a waste.
Well, the last one was just Raimi being Raimi. We get it. You put this guy in the movie. We get it. He's in the movie. So the last one, whatever. And, Clea, that girl, like, it's kind of like when Star Fox showed up in Eternals, but at least that's Thanos' brother.
Yeah.
Maybe if she would have said I'm niece of Dormammu, that could have helped. Like, whoa, is Dormammu sending people back for retribution? Is he stuck in that fucking time loop? Is he sending somebody? It would have brought more questions, but yeah, they were weak. They were both weak.
Yeah.
I think they were both weak.
Yeah.
Like, what do you got to say about all this, man?
Yeah, for real.
I honestly, I mean, I wish the story would have been a little more straightforward. I honestly feel American Chavez was not needed at any point. And this could have honestly been, you would have made this Doctor Strange versus Wanda just like that. I would have been fine. No multiverse, no one like that. I'm saying. And at the end, you could have done the multiverse thing at the end of it. You know what I mean? And then you can tie it to Sylvie and Kang the Conqueror, where they go through one and Kang is literally, they go to the same place where Kang, where he has a time variant, when he has the thing, the TVA, literally they show up there and they're also like, who the hell is that? And then Kang floats over them. I'm the Conqueror. Could have just ended with that.
Because it's not OG TVA now. It's Kang TVA now.
You complicated your life. You complicated your life. And the funny thing, I saw an interview with Sam Raimi. He was like, yo, I want to make it a little more simpler. But it was Marvel going, we need this and we need this and we need this. So Marvel put their foot in that door, man. Where Rain was going to make it more streamlined, and
so it was written. It was written by the guy who wrote Loki.
Yeah.
So you would think there was like, think there'll be something in there, but like the only thing we really got as a connection to those two is the fact that Kevin Feige said that the events of Loki was what led to the Spider-Man spell messing up, and then this. But it's like, again, I think the best way was how Cap put it. It's just a bunch of random things that if you were to watch them in a pocket, is cool. But all together in a movie is very random.
Yeah, it's
literally when I got out of the theater, the first thing I said, yo, that was random. Yeah, a lot of it.
The lack of consistency is amazing, man. It just streamline it. You know what I mean?
So what do you think? What do you guys think went wrong though? Because Spider-Man, and I know Cap, and it's funny because you look at Cap, this is totally different now because Cap didn't enjoy Spider-Man for his own personal reasons, but still acknowledged that it was a good flick, a dope movie. This one, he's just like, nah.
Yeah, just
you
checked
know what
out.
I'm saying?
Checked out early.
So that's what I'm saying, because I think unanimously we all got problems with this movie. Some of us like it a little bit more than others. Some of us are mad about it, but I think, and I told this to Toe earlier, I think we got a consensus here. This movie was not great. So, like, what happened this time?
They honestly, it was trying to do a lot at once, and and you gave all
chocolate flavors.
You gave all this stuff away, and you led people to believe one thing, and to blame ourselves. Sometimes, we get on a hype train and we roll with it. But the problem is, if you don't deliver a portion of that hype, it's going to seem like a failure. And it was so much shit that didn't make sense. It didn't go together. Like you said, it was random. You're just like, I don't know why you needed that there, why you needed this there, why you needed this person. Because ultimately, they wound up not doing anything of importance.
Yeah,
they showed up.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? And obviously, this is movie tropes because at the end of the day, you still got to make a movie. So there's like a whole bunch of different Darkholds in different dimensions, but one Book of Ashanti.
Yeah. There's only one in one place.
And it's like, oh yeah, because you could duplicate dark, you can't duplicate pure. It's like that's an excuse. It's an excuse. Yeah, I could like we have to eat it. I mean, well, we don't have to eat it, but that's just what they're telling us. So it's like, all right, Marvel, whatever. Just get to the next flick. This one was, look, Bleak said it. They try to put 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. 100%. John Wick in the building. The Illuminati died so fast. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was very hilarious. It was very hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, that's it? Okay.
I honestly think that they fucked up during the trailers and the hypeness. Like, the fact that you put Multiverse of Madness, everybody went ape shit. I've seen so many different variants of fucking Iron Man, Spider-Man's, fucking Wolverines. Like, everybody's gonna be in this. Fucking the Thor frog is gonna be in this shit. Somebody's gonna take a shit and it's gonna become an octopus. Like the fucking Namor's in this motherfucker. Like, they're gonna resurrect the dead body of fucking the Black Panther. And he's gonna be in this shit because he filmed like 2 fucking scenes back in 1989. They got the thing in this fucking thing, like a rock with eyes. Like there was so much hype in this fucking movie that literally I was telling myself this movie's gonna suck, just so that way I wouldn't get fucking draped into the hype of this shit. And I'm like, well,
I was saying in the last episode, like, yo, watch the hype on this one. And I said it. It's hard because it's Doctor Strange, and this seems like a big event, and they're advertising it as such, but I was like, yo, chill. This wasn't an Avengers level event. You can't have an Avengers level event in 2 hours. It's 2 hours and 6 minutes runtime. That's with credits at the end. Yeah. So it's like it was an hour-long movie, a 2 hour-long movie. This needed to be 2.5.
Also, one thing is like, how come Wong can survive Wanda fighting for like 10 minutes, but the entire fucking army of wizards can't? And when they went to that place,
she pushed them off.
No, but I'm saying like at the end when he's fighting the monsters and Wanda, and he's like, take her power, and he's like, I can't, I'm a zombie, and now all of a sudden America Vespucci punches her and she's became less of a human being. Like the other wizards didn't have powers at all. Like she just incinerated them, but Wong, he has the seal of approval and shit.
He's the Sorcerer Supreme,
like,
right? He's the Sorcerer Supreme, right?
I hear you, but
there
he wasn't the Sorcerer Supreme when she had him in the fucking sex magic.
You saw that? That was so like it was tied to nothing.
Yeah.
It looked cool though. I thought it looked cool because you can see like the ropes kind of like go out, but they just don't go nowhere. I thought that was pretty cool, actually.
It was, but it's like you overpowered her in the beginning of this movie, and then like depowered her for no reason. Like America Vespucci is just a tunnel to different dimensions. You didn't explain any other power. She didn't develop any other power.
That's the problem.
She didn't grow at this movie at all. Like they said, she didn't need to be in this. I saw a clip in a trailer from the Spider-Man movie, right? It was the end scene of the trailer. I thought there was gonna be a team. I thought it was gonna be her and some other people that knew magic, and they were gonna be fighting in the city, doing some crazy shit, like Infinity Wars when they were fighting the wizard and the guy from Thanos, his people. And I'm like, where's the other people in the trailer that we saw?
Who you saw?
There was like a fucking Asian guy, some other fucking like teens. Like I saw like 4 teens. In the one at the end of the Spider-Man, they were when he cut the bus in half. I was like, that one's America Vespucci in a suit. She was in a suit, and like 2 other people shooting out portals. And I'm like, where's this at? And where are they at when they need her help? And why doesn't this chick have any other powers besides opening up a star? Like I would have loved to have seen her do something. Peter Quill had the power of a fucking god, of a celestial. And he was throwing a celestial ball.
We're getting cynical.
He's throwing a celestial ball to prove that he can actually do something and manifest a little bit. Like, look, you have some kind of control over this power. All right, cool. Doctor Strange, all he did to teach you was, I'll take your shit. I'll take your shit. Fuck around. If you don't figure it out, I'll take your shit. Just like the other one. Just like the other one that you're afraid of. I'll take your shit just like the other one. And she said, you know what? Love. And punched the shit out of Wanda, and now she's a master. Which, I don't know how that translates to magic. Because why is she trying to learn magic if she's an intergalactical being?
It's funny because she says it too. She's like, why is this harder than opening a portal? She's like, what?
They made no mention to her knowing magic.
Well, I mean, that's why she's in Karmartaj learning it.
No, but they made mention to fucking to Peter to Ben fucking knowing magic and being connected to magic. Yo, if you watch was it Reacher? What was the show we watched?
Jack Ryan?
Yeah, the one with the owl man.
The one with Hawk.
Tom Cruise. Hawk, yeah.
Reacher.
If you watch Reacher, you know the details matter. The details fucking matter in this.
This is true.
Definitely a lack of detail and explaining. That's one of the things, like, I don't want to say that America didn't need to be in this movie. I don't agree with that. Obviously, they wanted to do some multiverse jumping, and she made the most sense. And they're building up Young Avengers. It's just her. Now it's only Kamala Khan, and we have her, and then Miles Morales, which I know they're waiting for some wild shit for Miles. And it's funny because America and that cartoon that I always forget the name of the cartoons, but her, Squirrel Girl, and Kate Bishop are actually really cool. They're really cool friends. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially her in America. America and Kate Bishop are really cool friends. So like, yeah, so I'm not gonna say she was useless. I just don't think she was. It's not that she wasn't supposed to be here. I just think there was no explanation. Like I said, it's just just like Wanda's already chasing her through the multiverse, but she doesn't know where she is. She's sending weird monsters at her. They're in this gateway in between all of the multiverse, the 42nd Street station, and then now she's in New York, and then Wanda sends Shuma to New York. Like, bro, do you know where this girl is or not? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you know where she's at? So I thought that was weird. Again, I mentioned it from the beginning. I did not like the zombie Strange with the motivational speech. I thought his cowl, his cloak looked cool with all of the, Harry Potter monsters around. That shit got real Final Fantasy VII Remake right quick. I thought that was fun. I thought that was weird. So it's like, yeah, again, if you would have just given me 20 minutes explaining a little bit more time with the Illuminati and more time with we could have done it in the Illuminati, just a little bit of even Christine talking to America. Yeah, so what's your deal? You know, anything. I do agree with you guys there. I don't want to say that she wasn't meant to be, like, obviously this is a good way to introduce her because they're doing all this Young Adventure shit, but it was kind of slapstick. It was random. I keep saying the same word. I'm sorry, but that's what I get mostly out of this movie. It's just the multiverse of randomness.
Yeah, it was unfocused.
Exactly. Yeah. I felt she could have been introduced in a better way in a show.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I would have taken it way better if we would have did that shit at the end of either WandaVision.
That's what's supposed to happen. That was supposed to happen. That was supposed to happen. Though
it would have been at the very end of Loki or WandaVision, I would have understood it because especially with Loki, it connects better, especially with the time and all that. You know, and you know the one on the house to the left, that dude, and then whatever. You know,
the one who's still around.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
the one who's left. You're like, yo, we got to find a way to fix this.
Yeah.
So apparently there was supposed to be some stuff happening after WandaVision, which, like, what we saw Strange, some of the early shit we seen Strange do, that was supposed to be like at the end of WandaVision, and like apparently the part in the orchard where she's like clipping the apples and shit, or the apple trees, apparently that was supposed to go down at the end of Strange. But I think with the MCU, people just kind of say stuff nowadays. Is it really true? Is it really not? Like,
yeah.
And it's funny though, because like, and this is the last thing I'll say about the whole thing. We're very spoiled though. See how spoiled Marvel has us. Blair right now was like, yo, I think she would have been better if she was just in some show. What? Like, can you imagine saying that about any movie? You know what I mean? Like. Yeah. How spoiled do they have us? I think that's the major problem with the MCU. They got us spoiled. They've been spoon feeding us shit, and now they're kind of fucking. They're trolling now. It's kind of like backing everybody off. It's like, bro, you got us here. You need to keep feeding us. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think they spoiled us. What I think they raised our expectations and they started coasting.
Well, because, exactly. Yes.
90% of the shit we're arguing is all assumption based. It's like you have to assume the Darkhold is controlling it. You have to assume that America Vespucci is some other shit. You gotta assume that Doctor Strange did this, and you gotta assume that this girl knows about the Darkhold to tell him take over the demons that are trying to drag you to hell, and now they're your cape. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to assume that she destroyed all the Darkholds, or it's like, why am I gonna spend an hour and a half, an hour 45 minutes, 2 hours in a movie theater to assume everything? This isn't like The Matrix where they tell you shit and then you like bring up assumptions based off of the facts they told you. They showed us a bunch of action and now we have to assume that, was she looking for her family, or is it just uncontrollably jumping to fucking universes? Does Wanda have a Find My America on her fucking Darkhold, or does she just sense her powers? Like, does this guy really want to fucking marry this woman and give up the power of Doctor Strange because he's no longer the fucking Sorcerer Supreme? So he could, if he wanted to. Like, that watch had no importance. The first time you showed it, when he put it on, was enough. Because when I saw it and he put it on, I was like, okay, that's the watch from the first one. It's broken. We know why. We didn't need the memory. If she would have stepped on the shit and just showed her memory of her parents, that would have been perfectly fucking fine. We didn't need the memory of Doctor Strange in that fucking watch. Because it's not like the watch had an incarnation in the shit, and when it opened up the thing, it bring the book to him. Because then that would have made more sense. Like, this watch is a lot more important.
It opened that portal. It opened that door. Yeah,
but this watch is a lot more important than a clay fucking figure you could have put in there. You could have put anything in that. You could have put Play-Doh in that shit and made the shape, and then just and made a magic shit on it. Like, that's the worst key to ever fucking hold the door to. It's a circle with a little thing on it. Look, here you go. This fits in there. This fits in that fucking watch.
No.
I open up the door to the door, not Mamu, in this with this fucking watch because of Doctor Strange. I'm coming for you, Dormammu. I'm coming to bargain. You know what I'm saying?
He's bargaining somewhere right now. I thought it was nice how at the end of the movie he fixes it to finally signify, like, you know,
yeah,
we're dealing with some demons here. We're moving on. I mean, he's still strange, but like, I thought it was a good character arc for him to like finally let go. How she kept saying for him, like, you always need to be the one that holds the knife. It's like, it's okay, let someone else hold the knife. But like, I thought that was cool.
He had more motivation to go seek out her in every other dimension than Wanda did to go get her kids.
Yeah, to see if he could make it work somewhere.
Yeah. Here's a funny thing. Like Toe just said, you could have showed the watch at the beginning. That'd have been enough. Then what do you call it? Bring it up later on, where she would have, well, like at the door, she'd have been like, "Shit, I think I know what goes in there," and he pulls it out, and she looks at him like, "You got one of those as well?" Made a little thing and then fix it, and we would have got all that connection. Then you could have had a moment. See, this is what I'm saying, man. A little bit more writing, a little bit more development in this shit. You could have had a moment where, like Cabbz said, he says, we don't have time for the memory thing. So he skips it. She steps on, sees her parent thing, right? And we're sitting there going, huh. He didn't want to step on the memory thing. Cool. But then when he talks to the other Strange, the Dark Strange, and talks about his sister, now we could have been like, oh, did he not want to see that?
Yeah.
Is that something he didn't want to bring up? And now we have something more interesting. Like, to me, none of the shit they did was interesting, with the exception of turning Wanda into the best horror fucking villain I've seen in a while.
She was
like
good.
Crawling through the fucking reflection.
Oh, when she was like, and no, when she was like, I was like, yo, what's happening? Yeah.
And her chasing them down in the tunnel. Like,
she was like zombieing. I kind of didn't like that part, but it was because I didn't like it because it was scary the way she was like real zombie-ish. I was like, whoa.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
So I want to bring this up. Right? Because so the Illuminati was a little bit of fan service, right?
We promise we're gonna say good stuff in like 10 minutes.
Cabbz does. I make no such promise. Matter of fact, well, no, I've already just said good stuff with Wanda and the thing. Anyway,
yeah, she did great.
What do you call it? The Illuminati was fan service, right? Give us John Krasinski as Reed Richards, because that's who we've been fan casting. Well, not us, but the world has been fan casting. We like Captain Carter. Let's see Captain Carter in real life. We like Professor X. Fuck it. Let's make him the one from the cartoon. Cool. Black Bolt. That was a complete surprise.
That was.
I did not expect that. Fucking Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel. Good. We got to see all that. That was fan service that was empty.
Fan service for fan service.
Yeah, if you look at that scene, they came in, they didn't take her seriously, they got wiped out, and it meant nothing. They did nothing interesting with it. But now if we go back to Endgame, which is the biggest fan service movie, Cap picks up the fucking hammer. And not only pays off something, but it's something we've all wanted to see. And what do they do with it? They do something interesting. They let him fight with it. And they give it to him so much to a point that even when Thor has it back, he goes, no. You take the small one. I got
Cap,
this
that
one.
ain't fair, man. That ain't fair, man. That moment's just too precious. You're beating a dead horse. That moment's too precious, man. You're cheating. You're cheating.
What I'm saying is they had the foresight. They had the foresight. Or I'll use a better example. Spider-Man No Way Home.
There you go.
Peter Parker's come through the portal.
Yep.
Fan service for fan service. We want to see Andrew back. We want to see this back. And then what do? They become pivotal to Peter Parker's growth.
Yes.
They do something interesting with it.
Yes.
The Illuminati showed up, and they did the only interesting thing they did was
die. was die. The only interesting thing they did was die because she wrecked them. She doesn't just like she whooped that ass, and that's the first thing I said in the beginning, bro. Like this was just they just showed up to show up. The other Peter showed up to lend to Tom and like help him become Spider-Man. Like you guys should have helped this Strange. Like if you guys are so wonky about Strange and Professor X has such a good feeling about this one, let's explore that a little bit. Let's help Strange get to somewhere, you know?
Absolutely.
Can we also bring up something? Mortal was like, I was ready for you because Steven told me to be ready for you. So at no point did their Steven see the Scarlet Witch. Like,
was she the Scarlet Witch in that universe? That's what I asked earlier.
No.
Like, what the hell?
He saw this Doctor Strange coming to them. Did he not see why? Like, how are you gonna? Here's the thing, right? Toe Tags has the gun. I'm prepared for you, Cabbz. Right? Because Lay was like, yo, Cabbz is rolling up with some people. Why am I more worried about you than the other people I don't know about?
So did they?
I'm standing right in front of you. Yeah.
If Lay knows that you and Toe are coming to get me, why would he only tell me you're coming?
And here's another thing, right? The guy that knows about magic and any magic world, he's an expert in no matter what world he's in, right? So let's say he's not the Supreme there, but your Stephen Strange was, and he's telling you, yo, listen, she's gonna come through and she's gonna catch wreck. You're not listening to me. This is what I do. I know this. Like if Captain Carter goes, yo, strategically we're gonna lose, I got you. That's your thing. You do strategy, you do tactics, but I'm telling you that she's gonna come through and wipe us out.
Exactly. I don't mean. Look at what Bleak said. I'm telling you I'm sorry, but literally everyone's mad about what happened with the Hulk. Everyone's upset about that. Everyone's so mad at that.
You know what's funny? My thing is that there was a comic book where Thanos clearly goes, yo, I hate fighting the Hulk because he does not stop. No matter what I do, he will not stop. And then I saw that and I was like, wow.
Yo, that's proof.
Yo, the Russo goes are great. Fuck you.
That's proof positive that Marvel has secretly been writing themselves in the corners that they can't get out of.
There's a lot of them.
Captain Marvel, the Hulk, Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, this new Scarlet. They keep writing themselves needlessly into jams where we gotta send Captain Marvel away because she could solve this by herself. Mm-hmm. We gotta depower the Hulk because he could stop this. Drax is literally made to stop Thanos. Now we can't bring that in because that didn't. Like what the fuck? Stop writing yourself into these fucking situations, man. Yeah. It can't be that different.
But the thing is this though. They need people in the room that are no men. Like you have all these yes men, and you have that's a good idea. We need someone that's a no man. That's the Hulk is too strong. We got to put him aside. No, have him fight Thanos, and Thanos uses the fucking Power Stone, and that's how he beats the Hulk. Even though the Hulk still doesn't stop, and then Thanos sends him to outer space on some desperation shit. Have him fight Drax and use the Reality Stone and all this other shit. They had cartoons where Thanos was getting his ass kicked by the Avengers, and he started using the stones. Use the stones. They have separate powers. Give them the separate powers. I don't need to see fucking this guy get a phone call and a missile coming and everybody underneath water for 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, if in all honesty, Wanda's supposed to be that strong, well then either make her that fucking strong or have the world's smartest man have a fucking contingency plan. We have a Wanda here. We have magic wielders here. Wanda, we don't want to hurt you. You're not going to hurt me. What the fuck happened? There's magic fucking dampeners in my building. I'm the world's smartest man.
Yeah.
And then she uses the Darkhold to overpower herself and fucking destroy the dampeners. Then you're like, oh shit, she leveled up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're telling me that no one can take the time out to go, let's make an explanation for every single thing we do.
I'm gonna tell you what happens is they make a Marvel movie but still fit in the usual movie tropes. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
And they're super obvious in a Marvel movie.
You're not making a Marvel movie different from regular movies. You know what I mean? They're not doing it. They're doing it the way they do every other movie.
Still got to make a movie.
The antagonist, they got to, you have a big gun, but that big gun can't be big enough to destroy.
Still got to make a movie.
Meanwhile, in that scene, right away, Thanos should be like, yo, listen, we got to go because this dude is catching wreck on me.
Yeah.
Yo, there's no way you're throwing hands with the Hulk and going to win. My man, this is what he does. He throws hands.
He just keeps getting more mad.
Not talented. He just throws them harder than
they literally just had to stop the Hulk from fighting the fucking lava dude to end fucking
He was like,
Armageddon.
No.
Ragnarok.
He has to do it. What are you doing?
See,
big guy.
Idiot.
He's like a big guy.
And then with Drax, I'm with you. With Drax, you have him imagine he's living his life with his family. He literally blanks out on some like, oh, okay. What do you have the stones for if you're not going to use them to all of their abilities?
Here's an idea. Another idea we could have done. The 2014 Thanos came back in Endgame and brought his Black Order, Call Obsidian, Ebony Maw, Proxima Min, all that shit, right? Yeah. Corvus. What if they actually fucking used them? The Hulk shows up, starts fucking up Thanos, and he's like, yo! And then Call Obsidian runs into Hulk. And one of those other fucking flying things runs into Hulk, takes him out of the picture for a minute. Because now we know, oh, well, he's got to fight those two. And then Drax comes up. I got him. Drax starts fucking him up. And then Corvus Glaive comes in, takes him out. And Thanos is using his fucking people to defend himself as he's trying to get the fucking gauntlet. Because that's what they're there for.
And this is my point. And this is my point to anybody who's not watched this movie yet and is now on the fence because of it. We are even able to critique masterpieces like Infinity War and Endgame, right? Yeah. We're still able to do that. There's still amazing movies. Go watch the movie. It's fun. It's just very random. I'm gonna keep saying that fucking word, unfocused, like Toe said. Yeah. But yeah, that's why you should still go watch it. It's still enjoyable.
I'll give one more bad thing and then a good thing. The bad thing is I do not see character growth in Stephen Strange. He has been the same person throughout Doctor Strange 1, Infinity War, Spider-Man. I'm not seeing an evolution. I'm not seeing a leader, and I'm just seeing a dickhead that wants praise.
I think, no, he does bow to Wong at the end. It's kind of like, you know what, you get my respect. And, he does kind of put he passes the ball. Because that's Strange. Strange always wants to take the last shot. He passes the ball. And, like Cap said, he has no choice but to pass the ball. No. But he passed it nonetheless. Great. I think we do see a better Strange, but he's still going to be a douche. It's kind of part of his thing.
But I'm gonna jump in on Toe's side here because he passed. Yeah, Michael Jordan passed the ball to Steve Kerr to hit that last shot in one of fucking 7 games. Cool. But at the end of it, when he got the third eye, this motherfucker was like, "Oh, you need me to help in the dark dimension? Boom, no problem. We got this."
Yeah. And the good thing I'm gonna say is, I love Wong's character.
He bows to Wong though. I like how he he submitted to that. Like, you know what, Wong, you got it, bro.
If they did something right that I don't want to argue, Wong's character. Like, he was the humanity in this movie.
I love Wong.
Wong asked the questions that all of us would have asked if he never opened his mouth. Wouldn't it have been satisfying to know that they were taking care of in other dimensions?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just use her to go to other dimensions? Why do you need to take her powers? It's like...
And she got tight. She couldn't take it. She was like, get out of here. You're making too much sense.
When he goes like that, so you're going to... What happens to that mother of that dimension? What are you going to do with her? You're going to kill her?
Yeah. Like...
And she goes like,
I think Wong is the glue that's gonna keep everything together.
Moral compass. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I hope he deserves that.
Yes, he does.
He deserves that. He's a great character. He's always has. But I loved Wong from the very beginning. My man is listening to Beyonce while Strange is stealing books from behind him. That shit was great. That shit was great.
And the funny thing is, he knew. He was like, "Yeah, I know somebody stealing books from me. I knew you were.
I knew it was you."
I'm like, sense it.
He's like, Strange. I knew it was you, man. I let you live because you had to do that. That was all part of the plan.
Yeah.
So some good things, if y'all don't mind.
Well, it's all up to Lay because Lay hates this fucking.
I clearly,
he doesn't hate it. So you guys went together?
No. Just me and Cap went. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I think Wanda did a good job. She was very weird. She was very creepy. I wanted to mention when she came out of that freaking mirror and did that that was creepy as hell. I do like the line. I know she's crazy and all up into her sons, which is funny because in the comics, all of this son talk was what led her to snap and House of M happened. It's a little disappointing that they're calling House of M WandaVision. Like, I would have liked to see more, but whatever. It can't be too nitpicky. But I do like the line where Strange tells her, like, yo, you made your kids with magic. And she was like, all mothers do that. I thought that was a really nice line. I did like, obviously, you said Wong. Wong was cool. And although the Illuminati didn't last, I did have a good time seeing them. Like, it was fun to see Captain Carter come out. That was super fun. Again, my favorite part of the movie was with the X-Men theme in the back when Professor X pulled out. Again, props to them for keeping Reed Richards a secret. I guess it's not really a secret. It's not a secret. Like, we saw him. It was like, I got hyped that I saw him because I was like, whoa, it's too early. Like, I thought we were dead ass just going to see him in his own thing because they've been announced for Fantastic Four. So I thought, like, but there's no green screen. There's no videos. There's nothing. There's not him leaving an airport. There's nothing that connected him to this movie. He's connected to the franchise for sure, but there was nothing connecting him to this movie. I thought that was fun. America is weird, but like she's not weird. It's just how she was thrown into this was a little weird. But yeah, let's keep putting together these young Avengers. Hopefully, by the time the Secret Wars is over, we still like Avengers and are willing to watch Young Avengers. Hopefully, people aren't, a little bored of it by then. And yeah, it's a fun movie, guys. Like, we trash superheroes here that we love. Batman gets it all the time in here, and Batman is my fave. You know what I'm saying? So
it's only because we want better for them.
Yeah, it's only because we know that Marvel could do better, and it's still a good movie. I would say watch it. You don't have to. Like, if you're watching this to be in the loop and be prepared for the next thing, you don't got to watch it, but it's still a fun watch. It's still fun.
Gigi saw it and she told me that she thought the shit was fire. So I'm like, for people who don't know it as well as it's a good movie.
Yeah,
it's a good movie.
We're like Thanos. It's like how Thanos, says to Tony, it's like, you're not the only one cursed with knowledge. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's kind of that situation where we know too much. So we see things and we immediately like, ugh. But if you're just outside looking in, go. It's a great movie.
I'll say this as a positive. If you're on the fence about seeing this movie based on what we said or anything, go just to see Elizabeth Olsen give the performance of a lifetime.
She kills it.
You believe her as the fucking Terminator T-1000 ring girl who's on. You believe her as that. You believe her as the mom when she shows up as the mom. Like, there's at no point in this movie do you look at Elizabeth Olsen and go, I don't think that fits. No, she fits every which way you want to put her in this movie. So at least go see her for that performance.
Yeah. Bleak, sir. It's funny. I say all the time, I try to be as positive as I can about things. And no. Killmonger, no. It's funny you still like people still remember that. You know what's funny? Son, Bleak, son, for real. I actually like his Killmonger in What If more than in the movie. And Bleak says something really cool earlier about how they're gonna handle Chadwick. Because there is no other Black Panther. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
There is no other Black Panther. So that's gonna be fun to see. But yeah, it's like, look, man, it's a fun movie. Don't listen to us. We're fucking jaded by now. We've been doing this too long, way before the MCU. We've been into comic book movies forever. We've been into the comics. We've been into the TV shows. We've been into the cartoons. And we're just letting you know, like, there were things that could be better in this movie. Some of y'all won't even notice it, A lot of y'all won't notice it. But there's people that will.
The one thing that I would say that they did better in Spider-Man than they did better in this, that they didn't do in this movie. Spider-Man, every individual character, even his aunt, had a moment of strength.
Yeah.
Whether it was the bad guys, the good guys, each Spider-Man itself, his friends, they all had a moment of strength where no one was overpowered, even though the Green Goblin was the main bad guy. In this movie, we wanted to see that. Like the Illuminati, there was no moment of strength from any one of them. And there was no moments of strength from a lot of them, to be honest with you. It kind of became easy for them to stop her when this girl punched her. Like, that was the only thing that we got.
Even America tells her, she's like, yo, I can't stop you. I'm going to give you exactly what you want. It's funny, too, because when America takes her to the kid's house, she goes, what the fuck are you doing? Like, she tells America, yo, what are you doing? It's like, she wasn't prepared for the kids to see her like that. But, like, yeah, you're right. There was, like, I would have loved to see, like, a cool moment with the Illuminati and just, and then, oh, man. It's like, again, we let the hype, a lot of people let the hype get to them. But it's like, it's one thing to let the hype get to you. It's another thing how you're rolling stuff out. Everyone made it look like the Illuminati was going to be very important. Like you had the Professor X thing, and it's like,
yeah,
it was all for now.
And also, I would have loved to have actually seen a consequence for Doctor Strange jumping between dimensions.
They tried,
but
they just never got there.
The common attraction made it seem like, yo, Doctor Strange, you fucked up.
So,
yo, before you get into that, I want to be sitting next to somebody who doesn't read the comics and didn't see the Inhumans failed TV show. So when Black Bolt shows up on screen, I want to be there where they're like, who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah.
What the fuck is, who's that?
Yeah. And it's funny because if you notice next to him, there was another chair there that was empty.
People saying that's the chair for Charles, but he brings his own.
Oh, I figured that was Mordo's chair.
That would be kind of stupid.
Mordo was sitting.
He was
sitting. He was next to Carter.
No, he was standing behind her.
No, but he's the chair. Remember, he walking towards that chair and it was already empty.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's Iron Man's chair.
It's not Namor's. I'm just happy they didn't bring Namor out of nowhere. I'd have been like, well, so we're gonna kill him too?
But that's my.
He would have definitely been a fish out of water, though.
I think the hype is
Cabbz.
The hype over promised and the movie under delivered.
Yeah.
Because when you see Black Bolt, for me, when I saw Black Bolt and I was like, oh, that's the same dude. I was like, that's pretty fucking cool.
That's cool. And I haven't even watched Inhumans.
But again, I don't even know if Toe knew that was the same actor from the TV show.
I couldn't tell.
Nobody in the theater fucking reacted.
I didn't know it was the same actor, but I knew it was Black Bolt. I just didn't know it was the same. I didn't watch that show.
The moment I saw him, I was like, yeah, it's him.
If you'd have never said nothing until they said his name or showed his power, I'd have been like, who the fuck is this ant guy?
Ant guy.
Because he has the antlers.
It's like a fork.
The tuning fork.
Yeah, but it's like, but also one thing that I kind of like, this is a very big nitpick for me. He said he could destroy the shit with a whisper, and he spoke like legible, like a normal person when he disintegrated Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like that should have cracked the planet.
And the I'm sorry kept like traveling. It just kept getting like wavier and wavier.
Yeah. Like they should have cracked the planet.
Listen, that whole moment, I was literally like, yo, I'm not even drunk. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I went in there on some. I should have drank. This might have been a little more entertaining, this part.
I drank the first time I watched it. You shouldn't have drank. Trust me.
Yeah.
This shit would have just pissed you off more. I got out of the theater. The first time I saw it, I got out of the theater disappointed. Like legit, like what the fuck happened? Then I watched it again, IMAX. I heard stuff a little better, and I got to see things. I was focusing on things. I took some notes. I took some notes, and then I spoke to Le, and Le put it. It's a nice little movie because it's not an Avengers level event. In fact, we got to be careful with what we consider Avenger level events now. Moving forward, I think we have to.
Dude, the IMAX that we saw in New Rock, I was starting to get motion sickness. There were times where I had to look away from the screen because I was like,
really?
"Oh shit!" Dude, there was like a
too
blur
much tremble.
No, it was just a blur effect on everything.
Yeah, that IMAX. We saw Avatar in that IMAX, and it was beautiful. I don't know what happened. It's like they never updated nothing. Like New Rock used to be the go-to movie theater for us, and now that's just might as well went to Bay Plaza.
I think I went to New Rock to watch Tropic Thunder.
Damn.
If I'm not mistaken, I went there with somebody. Like they lived around the area. If I'm not mistaken, that's where I went to watch Tropic Thunder. Wow, it was so long ago. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. Yo, so you guys want to get into Moon Knight, or you want to keep going into this? You got any final thoughts on WandaVision, or you want to just jump into
Moon Knight?
I think
I want to talk about something that I sound like I enjoyed it.
All right. So WandaVision it is. But yeah, let's get into Moon Knight. Yo, that last episode.
Moon Knight sucked ball. No, I'm joking.
yo, you know, not for nothing, that last episode did a lot of answering of questions, and also it was like, why couldn't you show us fuck this dude up? You know, it's like when I'm gonna go in the beginning. When he was finally at peace and was like, nah, I need to get Steven. And he went into the thing and got Steven. I like that.
Yeah, he didn't leave him behind.
Yeah, because in my head, I was like, how can you truly be at peace when you let yourself, like when you let him sacrifice yourself? You can't be at peace there. That's not peace.
That's kind of like his character. Yo, it's funny because I know one of the things about Moon Knight that I've always talked about is how goofy Steven is. And I said it on the last episode that I was warming up to him. But man, when Steven had the Mr. Nice suit and he took out those sticks and he started I said, I legit got hyped. I said, yes, Steven! Yes. It looked so good. It looked reminiscent of the comics, the two sticks. Like, it was good. And then they started fucking doing what the MCU is lacking so much nowadays. One of my favorite things of all time is the double moves, the tag teams, bro. How, like, he was over there as Moon Knight, but then he showed up over here as Mr. Knight. And, like, he was doing tag team shit with Layla, Scarlet Scarab. Like, man, why do we not do double team stuff anymore? I know people have their shit against Ultron, but Ultron is some of the best tag team action you will ever see from the whole Avengers, man. I miss that. I like the double stuff. And the grappling hook kick out of the fucking store. Yes. Okay, go, Cap.
For the first time tonight, I'm in 100% agreement with Cabbz. Because
we agreed today. We had one little slip up, but we were fine. We agreed on some stuff.
No, we were bloody murder this whole day.
We agreed.
Team hell no, Lay.
Somebody got to stand up to you folk, man. Somebody got to do it.
As I mentioned before, Steven was one of my hated fucking characters.
Real goofy, man. Real goofy.
But as soon as he turned to Layla and said, hey, look at the new shit we got, and fought as Mr. Knight, I was like, finally, yes. Like just like Cabbz, it's like we put it all together.
And you see what happens when you have a masked hero? You could put someone under that knows how to fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a good fight scene.
Oh,
and it's
by the way, that was all Oscar Isaac.
He did that?
The hand-to-hand shit, yeah. He there's videos of him training for those scenes.
Really?
It has
there has to be some back and forth, but man, props to him. I did not know that. Props to him if he was really doing all that. Because that was I see some moves, kid. That flying knee that he does at the beginning, I was like, yo. And then the shot where it's the alley and him and Harrow is fighting them, and you could just see the alley look good. I know it's Cairo, but it was very reminiscent of some like Japanese, like I know we're in Cairo, but it was cool, man. The fighting was so dope.
Dude, that scene where they're both running up the pyramid, but it tilts this way so it looks like it's a straight plane. Oh, it's fucking awesome.
But my favorite moment of that entire episode, because I say it all the time, representation is important, and Marvel just, in my opinion, gets representation so well. When the little girl looks at Layla, she's like, hey, are you an Egyptian superhero? And she goes, yeah, I am. I said, I love that shit. This shit is so cool. And like the showrunner, like, I don't know if it's the writer or the director, he's Egyptian. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He just put a tweet out now, and he was like, yo, for the longest, my 4-year-old has always wanted long, straight hair, but her hair's super curly. But now that she sees Layla up there, she's like, no, I want to keep my curl. I love that shit. Like, I know people are always trying to call fucking minority casting, whatever was the term that we used before. But diversity casting. But man, that shit is so cool. Love it. Need more of that. Yo. But what's up with that? Go ahead, my bad. I'll talk about this later.
No. I'm gonna back you on that, because for a show about Egypt that had an Egyptian director, Mark Spector, Jewish, not Egyptian.
Jewish. Yep.
Harold, white guy.
Yeah.
The majority of, actually, I think every single avatar for the Egyptian gods, except maybe one dude not Egyptian. We had a Native American, another white Swedish dude.
We had a white dude, yeah.
Like, what happened? Why would the Egyptian gods not pick Egyptians to be their? They went everywhere else.
You gotta get some white people to fit in so you can get. They want high credit scores. Avatars gotta buy cars too, my brother.
This is true.
To that point where you turn around and she shows up and is like, "Yes, I am an Egyptian hero."
Love it.
For anybody who thinks, "Oh, well, that's a diversity," blah blah blah. Motherfucker, they're in Egypt. What the fuck? This is an Egyptian god. What the fuck are we doing?
It pisses me off so much. And I think she did great when Tarouette is like avataring her, but it's like Layla. And she's like, yeah, that was good. It was a really cute, good, incredible episode. The kaiju battle was a little much.
Yeah.
Hush your mouth. We disagree.
I mean, I listen, I'm always gonna love kaiju battles. Maybe we could have left it out of this one. It was a little much, but it still worked. I mean, these are gods, right? If anyone's gonna be big, it's gods.
I got a question. And I said this to Kat, but maybe you guys can clarify. When Imhotep told the girl that you need 4 avatars to enslave the other one, the other, enslave the fucking lizard chick.
Imhotep.
And I was like, yo, you got the girl, you got the Scarlet Scarab, and then you got technically 3 Moon Knights.
Oh my God.
Because Mark, Steve, and Jake are avatars, so there goes your 4.
Now, here's where I don't think he said 4. I think he said we need more avatars.
No, he said 4. You need 4 avatars. Imhotep said you need 4 avatars to enslave somebody.
I thought he said.
I thought he said we need more. We need more power.
Yeah, because they didn't.
Hoverboards don't run on water. Hoverboards don't run on water. They need more power. I think he said more. He needs more people. I think that's what. I don't know.
That's what I heard. I heard more.
I heard 4.
That's very right before
specific. How many were there?
Which is why Toe's like, yeah, 4. Yeah. By the way, Bleak, you're right. You can't have too much minority in one show. 100%. 100%. I don't know. I would have to check that out again. I thought they meant like they need more people, more power to entomb him. My man said Imhotep, though. You really killed me with that. You really killed me with that.
I took it as more because it seemed like they only needed Mark as the Moon Knight to do this.
So she says we need more avatars.
Well,
we're gonna need more avatars.
Dying, she asked, "How do we do it?" And he said, "You need the power of 4." Because wasn't there 4 of them that came? There was 4 that did that shit to Dormammu the first time.
I took it as yo, we need Mark back, and Layla, we need you too, man. We need people up in here. I didn't hear it as a specific number, but I'm maybe wrong.
Yo, you could be right, but then even though you say that there's 3 of them, that still makes no sense because it's only one physical person.
Yeah, there's 3 personalities, but the one avatar. Like they're not split up against each other, like out of each other. But man,
I got laid.
He looks like Imhotep. You're such an idiot, dog. Fucking asshole.
Hey man,
I got a question.
I get shit done.
The reveal at the end of Jake Lockley.
Oh boy!
What is your thoughts on that?
When I saw the hat, I knew where we were going with that already. I knew, and I love the fact. My favorite thing is kicking the wheelchair for no apparent reason, but just to show that it's Jake.
yeah.
Because Jake, and it seems like Jake's the one with the money too. Like out of all of them, it looks like they switched Steve and Jake, and he's the one with all the money. But I saw it and I was like, perfect. And then when he killed him, I was like, absolutely, Jake would do that. Like if they're switching the person, Jake would absolutely kill anybody, and he would be much more closer with Khonshu than anybody else. And when he said, he goes, yo, he's more messed up than you can imagine. He wasn't lying. Yo, once I saw that hat, I was like, that's Jake. It's 100%.
I love how Khonshu had the suit.
Yeah, he had the
straight out of the comics. I was like, yes, Khonshu, looking.
I love the fact that the whole thing was white. The thing said Spectre. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous, man. I was like, and that's how you get a season 2.
Yeah.
Because now I want to see a whole season just with Jake. And this is the thing.
I think we're gonna if we do get it, if we do get it, it's gonna be all Jake.
I just want to see Jake.
Yeah.
If you look at the Marvel Twitter account, before that episode aired, it said, come see the ending of the
series finale.
The series finale. And then the minute it ended, it switched to season finale.
Yeah.
Yo, I just love how he said in Spanish, he's like, oh no, you gotta lose. Oh, some shit is like, no, this time you're gonna.
Today's your day.
Yeah, today's the day you lose.
Today you lose, bro.
Yeah. And I love the fact that Harold was trying his best to I guess reason with Jake. Wrong guy.
Yeah.
This is not Mark. This is definitely not Steven. This guy's on some, oh no, it's over.
I love the fact where they're in they went back to the doctor's office and Harold started bleeding, and all 3 of them, I don't care what anybody says, all 3 of them was like, yo, you see that? Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
This is fake, right? Yeah, what happened is real. And then Steven was like, no, I'm gonna go be a superhero. Latest Gators. Like,
yes.
You deal with this shit.
I love how they all just like kind of surrendered. Well, Steven and Mark, they just surrendered, and they're just like everything is fluid now. Goddamn, like the way the suits pop in and out, man. God, there's such good suits in Moon Knight. Shit.
But I love the fact that release us. I did release you too.
Yeah.
Jake don't want to go nowhere.
Yeah.
Jake is good. Jake needs this. He wants this. Yo, you two are good.
Jumping at the bit.
Yo, when they blacked out during the middle of the fight.
Yeah.
I was like, that's what you needed. Even Layla was like, yo, what the hell was that? He goes, oh, I blacked out. Was that you? No, it was me. What was that?
I did get pissed off at Layla at that point because she's just at the truck, like blocking herself. And then once the bullet stops, she just has to go and then release herself. Like, what the hell, 5 minutes ago? But okay. Again, tropes. You know, you got to get the movie to run. You got to get the show to run.
Layla proved a shield is a very important thing to have if you're a hero.
You need it. You need a shield. You need a shield.
Absolutely.
Need a shield. I love Layla from the very beginning of the show. I'm glad that she got her shine. I'm glad that I would love to see, because she tells Tarouette, like, yo, only Avatar for a little bit, but I think she's gonna like, all right, I like being a superhero.
I like how she straight up told Concha, go fuck yourself. No way.
No, you're not getting this. Oh,
yeah. It's funny because my marriage is because of you. So no, go yourself.
She was so
you know
good.
what I'm saying?
As I ranted earlier about Wanda not dealing with the trauma and all that shit, I love the fact that they dealt with the trauma. They went through that experience. They came to the logical conclusion that the other personality you made is no longer needed. You don't need him anymore. So now it could turn into no. I want him now.
Yeah,
there is no me without him.
He makes the choice now.
Yeah, and it's a great part that he's showing the appreciation to Steven and go, I am as normal, or I'm here because of you, because I had not made you, I wouldn't have survived what happened with my mom.
Exactly. You're important. Like, you're just as important as I am.
Here, I would have done something stupid without you being part of me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have survived at all. And I'm telling you that once Steve was like, yo, dude, you've been realizing he was not the real one. He goes, dude, you were a kid. It's not your fault, bro.
Oh, man. That's so good.
Take all that shit away, son. That's not your fault, bro. And when he broke down in the middle of the street and started crying, I was like, fuck you, Isaac Oscar. Fuck you, man. I don't want to be. Why am I getting emotional? This stupid ass.
I don't want to cry.
I was like,
I don't want to.
All, fuck you, you talented son of a bitch.
Yeah, wow.
Because you were literally, and now you pull up the third one at the end, and that's the one I want to know. I like these two guys, but this guy.
And I want
to see Jake as Moon Knight, because that's the Moon Knight we're gonna get from the comics.
Yeah. They're not gonna show too much wild shit because it's the MCU, but we're gonna get some stuff.
Now, is he black? Is that Moon Knight black, or is that white also?
No. The black one was Moon Knight's brother. At one point, Moon Knight's brother, right? Bad guy. Then became I forgot the name of that Moon Knight, but he became pretty much a version of Moon Knight, perverse version. But Moon Knight winds up killing him anyway. You know what I'm saying? So there's a way, maybe another god can resurrect his brother or make him older, whatever. You know how they do. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But that's another version. No, when Jake is Moon Knight, all bets are off. Think about Batman killing with all that skill that he has.
Yeah.
Are you talking about this, Tom?
Oh, you talking about the costume?
Yeah, the costume.
That's Jake's costume.
Yeah, because that suit could be Jake's suit. That's how you differentiate.
Yeah. You could have Jake in that one, and then Mark and Steven, their respective white.
Because I don't know if you guys noticed this, but throughout the whole season, Mark and Steven were wearing a white jacket.
Yeah.
And then wearing the hospital.
Something.
And then Jake is all black. Jake was wearing black and
he's had
all of his things. Yeah, the hat.
Jake.
So that's why I was like, is this?
I told you in the town square, navy blue. The Cabbz hat, that's navy blue too, and his speech pattern is different. You know what I mean? Just the way he moved was different. And once again, that's him. That's the brother.
Bleak says Marvel needs to just release some rated R movies in the future. That'd be great.
Listen,
if we could get a rated R Midnight Suns.
I'm gonna make it very clear to you, and I've said this many times. I don't know.
Rated R Blade.
Marvel needs Marvel Knights. A rated R. Have somebody that's great at doing rated R movies, and just have him head that up. You have a Kevin Feige for everything else. You have him head up the rated R division, and you call it Marvel Knights. Any of your violent characters just under that umbrella and keep.
Man, I'll even take the Defenders rated R MCU style. I would take that.
The Defenders are almost ground level guys. You know what I'm saying? You could have Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Heroes for Hire, or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Heroes for Hire will be insane.
I would love to see a TV show for Heroes for Hire.
Anything that's R rated under that umbrella.
I don't know if you guys want to see Finn Jones again, but
Who?
Iron Fist.
Yo, I'll tell you right now.
Do you recast them, Cap? Do you recast that? You do?
Yes.
Do you recast any of them?
If Finn Jones
just Iron Fist
shows up, I don't. Yo, if Finn Jones would have showed up in Endgame would have been the worst movie in my fucking opinion. And I only say that because I watched a fucking prequel movie to Texas Chainsaw, right? Called Leatherface. It's about Leatherface as a teenager.
Yeah.
And as stupid as that sound, Finn was the worst actor in that movie.
Oh, that's right. He was in that.
I didn't even see that movie.
Holy shit, he was in that. I completely forgot about that.
I'm sorry, Finn. You gotta go, bro.
Yo, Finn, you made it on your good looks.
Some you win, and them some you lose.
Yo, listen. Luckily, the Iron Fist is a title. You could jump to the fact where they had an Asian Iron Fist,
or just bring back Colleen Wing and give it to her.
Even you could make it. You could make it a woman, as long as they do one thing: train more than 2 weeks.
Colleen Wing was good.
But women don't
Colleen Wing is
the chick from season 2.
Yeah,
the one
from
who
season 1 and 2. His girl.
Oh, that's I'm sorry.
She did
her, and she was in the Matrix, I believe, right?
Yes.
That's perfect. Just anybody that's willing to train longer than 2 weeks.
It's funny because Les said you can either make her a woman, and I was like, or maybe you can make her Asian, or maybe you can make the character Asian. And then it's like, boom, Colleen Wing, both of them.
The first thing I said was make them. You could skip it.
Oh, I thought you said woman. I thought you said woman first. Okay, my
Asian.
bad.
Then I said woman. But
if
you mix
Colleen Wing,
that's perfect. If you mix that, that's perfect. Because her and Misty Knight had great chemistry when they got together.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that would spin off to a show because I liked Misty Knight. I liked her. I was like, oh, they feed off each other very well. It was better than because when it came to Iron Fist and Luke Cage. All the charisma was coming from Luke Cage. All of it was Luke Cage. He was literally on some, yo, help me out, bro. You killing me right now, bro. I'm like, I'm trying to put something out of you.
I want to see Iron Fist wear the fucking mask.
Yeah.
Yes. Not that stupid mask that they fought in that temple that looked mad funny. Like something, Marvel. Let's cut you gave Cap that stealth suit and it looked fantastic.
That was such an upgrade because Avengers Captain America suit was so bad.
But to be fair, that was not Kevin Feige Marvel.
You're absolutely right. But Daredevil?
Because Black Bolt looked fucking awesome, and his suit is stupid.
Yeah. Well, was I the only one getting CGI suits in WandaVision? Like my man, Mr. Fantastic looked.
I think Fantastic was the only one.
Black Bolt looked straight CGI.
Yeah, he did.
No,
it looked like he had the Venom symbiote on him.
It looked, his face like down here looked weird. I don't know. Maybe it's like the same thing I was getting with Strange's wig. There was a lot of weird stuff, because I was like, man, is he even sitting there? By the way,
John Krasinski looked like it was CGI because.
It looks like it was just his head. But even if he's just talking, the whole suit did look a little weird. And while we're not to bring back WandaVision, but the shot of Professor X when he's I was like, what? We couldn't have gotten a better shot for that. It reminded me, do you remember when Floyd Mayweather was fighting Manny Pacquiao, and Manny Pacquiao his mom was in the stands, and she was doing weird fucking brujeria shit. Yeah. It reminded me of that. It looked very weird. Sorry, that's something I forgot to mention.
No, and it's funny. It looked like the chair was too big for him.
That chair was so big.
It was like to his chest. It was like Van Damme's pants in every movie. It's like a piece.
He looked like a kid in a big desk. He was like this. Yeah, it did look.
I was like, don't get me wrong.
We appreciate it.
The chair, I'm with it. But I was like, I felt you could have propped him up a little higher.
Yeah. Put some phone books under him or some shit.
Get a booster seat.
Let's show Patrick Stewart some respect.
Yeah, you know.
Come on, guys. You know what I'm saying? And Reed Richard, I was like, "Oh, you gonna go motocrossing after this?" Because not gonna lie to you,
that looks straight out of the suit.
Like once he got up, I was like,
"Yeah."
Oh, so you're straight up motocross. This is what we're doing today. I wanted the 4 heat, but whatever. I'm nitpicking now.
Cabbz right though. That looked like all the fan made pictures of him being Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah,
nothing looked any different.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the funny thing is, Doctor Strange had more of the, the hair here going
than he did.
Yeah, I was like, but with all this, I knew him first from that. Then I knew Doctor Strange that he had that.
Yeah.
I'm like, he has the Doctor. He has it from Mr. Fantastic. There's that going on for him.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I just want to say, if Nicolas fucking Cage shows up as Ghost Rider in any of these Marvel movies, I am fucking running to Chicago to slap you with a glove, bro.
Renouncing MCU.
The writer is knocking at the door.
That's a good point, though.
Get somebody new.
That's a good point, though. So like, they said that they were doing mad reshoots and stuff like that, and that suit looked rushed as hell. John Krasinski. So was he in one of the reshoots? Was he not even supposed to show up?
He probably was a reshoot.
Yeah, he didn't even feel like.
It did seem like a voiceover.
That was a reshoot
when he came on.
There was something odd about his appearance. How it came, even when he's sitting down, like, and Marvel's so good at suits. They're so good.
Yeah,
and he was definitely a reshoot.
You know what's funny?
Maybe Black Ball is a reshoot too.
Here's what's funny. I did not notice. I watched 2 different spoiler review talks from other channels, and they both mentioned how he stretched into frame when he went to go fight Wanda. When he went to go talk to Wanda, and I didn't notice him stretch at all.
It's super subtle because he drops from the top. So by the time he's already in frame, he's just normal already.
For me, literally for me, I guess this is how bored I was. Like I started falling asleep because for me, he just showed up. Like he just appeared.
he teleported.
Well, he teleported in. No, he teleported in. No. He teleported in. Cap is talking about when they pull up to Wanda.
Yeah, I didn't see him stretch.
He slinkied in.
He stretches in 100%. I noticed it on the second time.
I gotta watch it again because I thought the same thing happened. Like
I thought he just showed up.
No, I'm with Cap. I'm like, wait. I'm sitting here now trying to think about it. I'm like,
when he's at his chair, he comes to one of those Victor Von Doom portals. He comes through there. Well, it goes up. But then when they're about to pull up on Wanda, he literally stretches in, but you can't see it. It's so out of frame. It was cheap. The more I think about it, he was 100% a reshoot.
That's the biggest revelation I've had tonight because I could have sworn he did the exact same thing.
Yeah, he comes in. I noticed that. I think I noticed it the first time.
To a good version of something like that. A good version of something like that is when your man Moon Knight is flying. I remember somebody goes, "He can fly." I go, "Yo, seriously, this is what you're gonna nitpick?"
Yeah,
we have great fucking acting all season long. This is your biggest problem. This is it.
So you could tell the CG when Moon Knight was flying, but it still looked cool.
It's a TV show.
I thought it still looked sick. He was Gokuing, he was trying to get there.
He did his Neo. He did his Neo thing.
Yes, Neo. You could feel the speed.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, all I needed was one scene when his cape became the moon. That very early on, I was like, I'm good after this.
Yeah.
It just got better after that. You know what I'm saying? That's nice. It's perfect.
Just to jump back to that,
go back to trash and the other one.
Just to jump back quickly to that Fantastic Four Reed Richards shit. I was this close from turning when Wanda unraveled him.
Mm-hmm.
I was this close from turning the toe. I'm like, so we're not gonna get to see him stretch. That's how much I missed it.
Yeah, no, I same shit. I was like, wow.
He does stretch when he when the battle is on, he stretches his hand out at her, but it does not look great.
I honestly, this is my whole experience with Mr. Fantastic. He bamps in the frame, sitting at the chair. He shows up again in front of Wanda. He speaks to Wanda, and then Wanda stretches him out.
It was quick.
Me, he didn't make one move.
Let me
didn't move once.
Can I show you how I saw him?
Was mention his kids.
Yeah.
So we know Richard Franklin is out there.
I didn't even hear that.
Somewhere.
He goes for the first hit, and Wanda just stops him in his tracks.
Let me tell you how I saw him. I saw him do this. Mr. Fantastic. Wanda, you can kill Black Bolt with his sound, with his mouth. Like that's everything I saw of Mr. Fantastic.
It was sudden.
He did the fucking Osakis. Like when he entered. Like
it was sudden, bro. It was very sudden.
Captain Marvel was the only one that put up a fight.
Yeah. And even that was disappointing.
And Peggy did a little something.
Some bit of a fight.
Yeah, Peggy did.
But my thing is this. If you're gonna show her in the What If as a better version of Captain America,
well, I don't think they ever said that she was a better version of Cabbz.
No, but
is that how they played that off?
No, technically, we made that argument.
She's a better version because she's already a trained soldier. She's already trained. So now that she got the serum, all that experience is already there.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So she's like,
she was already good with a gun.
Yeah, exactly. I have the skill now. Give me the serum, and I'm like, Cap had to learn on the fly. All puns intended.
To be fair, Cap wouldn't last very long with Wanda either.
No, not many.
But he would have been smart enough to be able to.
He would have done so. He would have outsmarted her somehow.
Yeah. Iron Man would have been able to plan something with Friday and read some shit or try to do something reason.
I'm sorry.
No, they literally said
because
they literally said Reed Richards, the world's smartest man, when they introduced him. It's like, and in this corner, the world's smartest man.
They did
and my guy said, "We're gonna kill you with his voice, with mouth." Fuck.
There was a lot of that though. There was a lot of that though because even Wanda, the way she gets caught, like this is an all-powerful witch, and she's like, "Oh, you never said America, did you?" There was a lot of that happening.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
There was a lot of goofy shit like that.
When she said that, I turned around to Cap, I was like, "He never said her name."
Yeah.
Yo, just to go back to that Black Bolt thing. What? There's nothing in his character that says once he speaks, he has to finish the word.
Stop! Just stop!
Yo, because it looked like he was struggling, and then he was like, "Well, let me try." Maybe, and this is one of your things, Cabbz. This is one of the things where you have to infer.
Play devil's advocate.
If they tell you, maybe he thought if I just say it, it'll bust through the illusion.
Could be. I like it.
But look how far we have to do some.
We gotta reach. We gotta reach. We gotta reach for that.
But that makes sense for a reach. But that makes sense for a reach because he was only in the movie for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
When you have to do that,
we got nothing else to go on.
Entire fucking movie plot.
We got nothing else to go on.
Yeah.
We got nothing else to go on.
Yeah.
That was so dumb. Like, bro, just stop screaming.
For real.
But he wasn't even talking when the mouth was closed.
Just stop.
He started talking after his mouth was closed.
It's like, oh, I'm already going. I can't stop the train. It's like when it's like you could hold your pee for hours, but the minute you start peeing, you gotta go. You gotta finish. You know
what it was? He was in Key and Peele, and it was bitch. He had to say it.
But did you guys see their trailer too? Nope. It's called Nope.
Oh yeah. Nah, I'm not watching Twister. I don't know what the fuck that shit is.
I'm intrigued.
There's some monster shit going on. I was like, what?
It's Cloverfield in the desert.
I think I got some real crazy Cloverfield vibes. That's funny.
I think it's aliens.
I think so too.
Not like kaiju monsters, but like little green men.
I think legit you're gonna see, because the way the lights flicker and everything's going to. Sorry for bringing it there, but there was some interesting trailers.
Was that the one we saw at your house in the Super Bowl, eh?
Yeah.
Because I swear to God, I looked at you going, the title says it all. Nope, I'm not interested. It's like, nope, I don't want to watch this.
I was like, I don't know what this shit is, but yeah.
You know, funny enough, that's why he called it that. Is for everybody who watches a horror movie trailer and goes, nope.
The
sequel will be called
movie. I'm not interested in at all.
The what movie?
The Avatar movie.
Oh yeah, that the
levels stupid. Of fuck I don't give for this movie.
Yeah, 27 years after the fact.
The water's nice. The water's blue. It's nice.
Like people were clapping in my theater for Avatar the second time around. They were clapping for Avatar.
I was clapping for Buzz Lightyear. I was like,
yeah, Buzz Lightyear. I was like, yo, I gotta see that.
Buzz Lightyear actually looked interesting. Yeah. My man's just like 62 years in the future. My man did some quantum realm shit. Did some Ant-Man shit.
He's gonna fight Wanda.
Everything is fucking an Avengers movie now. Sonic. Everything is just a fucking Avengers movie.
Yeah, it's like that. What do you call it? Like 3 years ago in the Super Bowl, everything's a Tide commercial.
Yeah.
So now you're trying to figure out how the fuck this ties into Tide.
Everything is just fucking Avengers, bro.
It's gonna be interesting. But great last episode.
You know what I did? You know something else?
Movie, you know what? Forget about the tie-ins. Just make a good movie.
You know what else I didn't like? There was some stuff that they reused. The whole energy shield being broken in Cabbz, straight out of Infinity War, Black Panther. Like,
and also
I know she had to
out of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Out of Guardians, it's a bunch of shit.
Apparently, these people need to up their shield because Cabbz has been doing wonders with one.
Yeah.
They need a vibranium shield.
Here's my question though, because I might not be Harry Potter. Like I don't read the Harry Potter shit, but because of my grandfather being a magician, every one of the characters I play in D&D or an RPG or anything has magic in it. This is now what? The second time we've seen the kids from Cabbz show up, and the majority of what they do is a fucking shield thing.
Yeah.
Do they not teach these kids any other form of fucking attack?
Can we get some combat? Can we get some combat?
Like you telling me all those kids and everybody had to hold up a shield? Nobody could have been pocking shots at her for something else?
Yeah.
Oh, put a cage around.
Well, they did form the gun that was shooting, but it's like that's not coming out of them. It's a gun.
Yeah,
it's just a gun.
Someone should have did the hoobly boobly and put her in a bubble or some shit, because, like, this is magic.
Yeah,
I would expect the same level of creativity that you would do for Green Lantern. You know what I'm saying? Defense wins games.
He put a great offense against Thanos.
Yeah.
He came up with some really dope shit, and all of a sudden,
the Bands of Sidorak, like, yo, what happened? And Doctor Strange 1, fucking Mortal was like, oh, he's all these fucking artifacts that do some shit. Bring out you knew Wanda was coming. Break out some fucking artifacts.
Yeah, bring out the big guns.
Put the shit that you trap Caecilius with. Where's that at?
Yeah.
Oh well, that's in the Sanctum Sanctorum.
As Michael Keaton once said, playing Batman. Let's get nuts.
Yeah.
I think that was my biggest problem. They didn't Multiverse of Madness. They didn't go far enough.
A lot of people are saying that.
Yeah, where's the stands of Jerusalem that they used to knock him out? In the other fucking dimension, like that shit's gotta work.
He used the hands.
And how come Reed Richards ain't do that shit either? Throw some fucking sand in Wanda's eyes and boom, now I'm delusional and shit for a second.
Gonna get dirt in your eye.
You know what I'm saying? Like the sands of fucking Jagabagoosh.
His son would have had a better chance against Wanda.
Yeah, but his son is like just the new Beyonder.
I'm hearing that his daughter is a lot more powerful than his son.
No. It's the son. It's the son.
100%. His daughter is smarter than the son. That's what it is. She is. She's smarter than. She's going to be smarter than Reed. That's the thing. but the sun can make pocket dimensions. That's
Okay.
insane.
So from the last thing I heard, they actually depowered him now,
Really?
and now the run in the comics is him having to deal with
Paper airplanes.
he's just a 12-year-old boy. He used to be something, and now everybody around him has power, and he's just a regular kid now.
Hitting puberty, jerking off.
Because they were essentially calling him the Beyonder Part 2. Franklin. Like, yeah, he is like just overpowered, and it's like, okay. Now I didn't even know that they did that to him, which kind of sucks.
And where the fuck was Cable in that dimension? Like, where was Cyclops? How come Cyclops wasn't bodyguarding Charles? You know he's always up Charles' ass.
Yo, to go off of what Lay would say, why would you pick him?
Well, do you want to see Wolverine get ripped to shreds?
He would have been better off with Storm.
Well, they already had.
You're gonna go with the one that can control nature.
Sorry for
anybody. If Wolverine would have been there and they would have killed off Wolverine,
oh my God.
I would have been upset.
I just want to let you know. You want to hear people go on Twitter and go, "Don't watch that movie."
Yeah,
that's
I would have been upset.
Yo, I'm sorry for anybody who's a fan of this character, but send in Jean Grey and have her kill both of them fucking idiots. I can't do it, Charles. Crap.
Oh my God.
She turns into that would have been so beautiful. She turns into the Phoenix and then she just gets squashed into an atom.
Yo, they could have had Famke Janssen come back and be like, "Oh no, these are the Fox X-Men," and just kill them off and be like, "These motherfuckers are gone."
Yep.
I don't like sand. It's coarse, rough, and irritating, and it gets everywhere. 10 points if you get the reference.
Yep. Anakin Skywalker. Attack of the Clones.
I wouldn't have gotten
That's
that.
That's what he told Padme.
That's why they don't fuck at the beach.
Sorry, I'm a nerd.
I'm just.
You were definitely gonna win that one.
Yeah.
It makes you to pick some random movies from the 80s. I would probably add it.
RoboCop 4. Why don't you go to the beach?
That's the remake.
Detroit?
That's the remake.
I was about to go Sand in Detroit. That's weird.
No, it's when he goes on vacation.
Ah, got it.
Yeah, because even RoboCop's got it. Yeah, that's what it was.
That makes a lot more sense.
I'm with that. Yeah.
When he had to fight one, then the other.
By the way, sorry. What's the next movie in the next show? I completely forgot.
The next show is Kamala Khan.
We have Miss Marvel coming.
And then Thor: Love and Thunder is the next movie.
That's July, right?
Now, here's my question. I thought this was supposed to be as Guardians of the Galaxy.
Part of it will be.
Yeah.
No, wait, but as Guardians of the Galaxy is a separate movie?
No. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, it's its own thing. Mm-hmm. And they're gonna do the As Guardians of the Galaxy as part of this movie. It was never gonna be its own thing.
Okay. So he's gonna be away from the Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
You'll probably drop them off somewhere and they leave on some. Bro, be easy.
I gotta go find Gamora. That's not my Gamora. That probably doesn't give a shit. And
but for the record, Gamora's hot.
Yes, right. She's green.
Yeah, this is true.
I
like that fact that you shoot out there, Lay. I like the facts.
I gotta go find the one person that for some reason wasn't dusted when I went. Everybody who came in with Thanos disappeared.
Well, we don't. Here goes another stretch. We don't know what he said. Maybe he said the ugly motherfuckers. Boom. And he's like, hold on, yo.
All the ugly motherfuckers bound.
Yeah, Gamora's not ugly. You know what I'm saying? He is Iron Man. I can see it happening.
Well, I mean, it was Gamora did show some goodness at this point because she like spared her sister and knew something was up, but Tony ain't know that.
Yo, Tony probably was like,
Tony ain't know that.
Get everybody that's dealing with Thanos, that's helping Thanos out, unless I can fuck him. Boop. And then Gamora's the only one left.
Get everybody who's bad out of there.
It's gonna be a weird dynamic after that.
If that was the case, Proxima Midnight would have also stayed.
Which one is that?
The tall girl for Thanos with the fucking.
Oh yeah, of course. She's gray. You know, related to Jean Grey.
Yo, weeks. I hope Beta Ray Bill is in this movie because I'm thinking. So what is it? Eternals, No Way Home, Doctor Strange. I'm already on Thor's on thin ice with me as it is. So this might be the fourth Marvel movie that I walk out of going, this is fucking trash.
So what were the 4?
Eternals.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't too high on. We all know Spider-Man No Way Home. I wasn't too keen on.
You still give it praise though.
Yeah, but I still
Yeah.
I can't take my feelings out of that.
You still give it praise though, because Eternals, you were just like, eh. Damn, that would be 4. Imagine you wouldn't have liked Shang-Chi. Imagine that. Shit.
Dude,
that'd have been horrible.
At this point, if I wouldn't have liked Shang-Chi, I think I'd have been like, I'll catch the next Marvel movie.
If they didn't have Henry Radcliffe in it, he would have hated Shang-Chi.
What?
Who?
Henry Radcliffe.
The original Mandarin. Who you're trying to
the original Mandarin.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Ben Kingsley, you mean?
Yeah, there you go.
I thought you were talking about Harry Potter. I was like, what?
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Daniel Radcliffe. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
I was like, what?
He looks like a fucking he looks like a fucking Henry, all right? Especially with the long hair. You got long hair, your name is Henry. But yeah, if they didn't have Harry Potter and what was his name?
Ben Kingsley.
No, but what's his character's name? Peter Jenkins?
Trevor Slattery.
Trevor Slattery. If they didn't have him in there, I think he would have hated Shang-Chi.
No, Shang-Chi was good. I like martial arts films and you can see what happens when you take actors and actually train them to do martial arts moves, how good it can look. Finn Jones.
Yeah. And yeah.
I mean, Charlie Cox is not a fucking martial artist either, but look at how good he tries with the fucking.
Looking good too, man.
What are we expecting from Thor: Love and Thunder? Is this going to be a movie that's going to be independent from what's going on?
Yo, this is what I expect. I expect all 3 of you and everybody I know to go love Thor: Love and Thunder was fucking hilarious. It was a very good movie. And for me to walk out like I did in Ragnarok and go, oh, they took out the cancer part, so she was uninteresting. They did this shit, and that was uninteresting. The God Butcher did nothing. That was uninteresting. That's what I'm thinking this movie's going to be.
I don't even know who the fuck you're talking about, but I feel like you're saying too much.
The God Butcher.
He makes the salami sandwiches for the
Christian
gods?
Christian Bale.
Oh, okay.
Not a spoiler. They
that's not a spoiler.
Yeah, and Captain Carter wasn't a spoiler either, but I was surprised.
My man,
I'm gonna go into Ragnarok. I'm gonna go into this store the same way I went into Ragnarok. It's just, I don't know where we're going.
I actually initially did not like Ragnarok.
I like
because
Ragnarok. It was funny.
To me, I had a connection with Planet Hulk, and that was Planet Hulk that was watered down. That was Planet Thor. I didn't like it.
I mean, it was a Thor movie.
No, I get it, but you took the best part of the Hulk that could have been phenomenal, and you gave it to Thor. It's like, nah, fuck that.
I think we got to give y'all guys some Hulk. Y'all not going to stop crying about it.
Who's crying about the fucking Hulk? All I'm saying
everybody.
is first of all, I'm not emotional, Cabbz. All right?
I didn't say you were. You just did.
You implied it, okay? You implied it.
I'm not emotional.
I'm not emotional, all right?
Bro, son, the internet lost it with Hulk. I was actually happy. I was sick of seeing you smash. It was funny to see you as Professor.
No, but dude, come
you
on,
can still
man.
Smash as Professor, though. I understand.
Yeah, but it's like going to watch a Tyson fight, and every fight is 12 rounds now, and he's throwing jabs. It's like, no, Tyson, you're a knockout artist.
Knock him out in 4.
Yeah, give him
the 4 rounds.
Yo, did you guys see the UFC like 2 weeks ago or something like that?
It was Saturday. It was Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah, that's how long that fucking fight was. He thought it was 2 weeks ago.
Yo, if you've seen that fight, right? It's Rose Namajunas, who's like probably the best female fighter right now, against Carlos Esparza, who's like a legit threat at this time. And it was 5 rounds where nobody threw a punch.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 takedowns the entire time. That is the Hulk. That's the problem with the Hulk. That dude, all he does is throw a punch. So when you make him do shit that he doesn't throw punches, you could have put any other character. That could have been Hank Pym who figured out time travel.
I just thought it was funny seeing him talk.
No,
I thought it was hilarious.
Yes. Is it funny? Yeah, but a joke's only funny, but so much.
If it depends on how you view it. I get it. I don't know. Trust me, I know why people are mad. I know why people are mad. I just like to give the Hulk fans a hard time because it's like, are we ever gonna get that?
Yeah.
Or are we just supposed to move on? You know?
What's gonna piss me off is when they turn around and make She-Hulk destroy everybody. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad because
that might happen.
But I'm not gonna be mad because it's a woman doing it or anything. I'm gonna be mad because why does she get to do that?
Yeah, her predecessor should have been.
Yeah, where was all that energy for Bruce Banner?
Absolutely right.
And
get ready. She's gonna fuck shit up.
It would have been dope to see Hulk destroy the armies that Thanos brought the same way Thor did. He was able to do all that shit without downplaying, with actually making Thor more powerful.
Yo, how fucking
and
cool
you telling me you couldn't do that shit with the Hulk?
How cool would it have been, right? Had Hulk brought everybody back, and in that moment, he gets fucking pissed. Ant-Man brings him out, drops him down, and when he hits the ground, not Professor Hulk, the Hulk says, "Bring me Thanos!" and runs off as a callback to when Thor did it.
That would actually been nice. That would actually been nice. That would actually been cool. A nice little callback to Thor. Because when Thor does it too, it's really cool.
And also, not for nothing, I'm gonna throw back Age of Ultron. We basically had an unleashed Hulk when Wanda possessed his mind, and it only took Tony Stark to stop him. Like, come on! You sent him to another planet because you couldn't stop him.
Well, he sent himself.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, give me something a little bit more. Like, I know you had the suit, you had the giant suit to fight the Hulk, and that's beautiful. But come on, man, this is the Hulk. Literally, the Hulk is everyone's fantasy when they get mad. Like, you have no idea how many people I want to rip to shreds. I came this close, Cabbz, to laying out an old woman like 2 weeks ago, like just laying her the fuck out on the bus.
And Cap almost laid out a 15-year-old.
Yeah, so it's like the Hulk.
Not letting it go.
Like,
we're not letting it go.
Yeah. No, and we're not letting go that you almost blew up a fucking McDonald's because the shit you knew was gonna be stale was stale.
It's true, yeah.
Bruh.
He put the grenade down.
That was the Hulk moment. I was gonna snap.
Hey, I gotta check my email to see if Amazon's sending me shit. I'm not letting it go, Cat.
Okay. Now let's talk about reaches. Let's talk about reaches. No. It's not that I hate the Hulk. Just saying, like, everyone has a problem with OP characters except the Hulk, because people want to just live vicariously through his rage, which I get.
But
I was okay.
But the thing is,
saying I'm okay with Professor Hulk. I'm okay with it.
No, but
I wasn't. What I'm saying is I wasn't as mad as everybody. But yeah, you want to see the Hulk smash, of course.
I had no problem with Professor Hulk because I knew that was an incarnation of the Hulk. What I had a problem was what Bleak said. He gets chopped in the throat and now he doesn't want to come out anymore. No. You're a ball of rage.
Yeah.
And that's not what rage does. You're not a child, Hulk. Like, I can understand.
I don't want to come out and play.
If he did that to Groot, I would understand. You did that to the fucking Hulk, who's a fucking demon of rage, who wants to destroy everything. His purpose is to fucking be mad and kill everyone. You got chopped in the throat. He said, un cocotazo, date quieto, whatever the fuck you want to do to this nigga. and and Pops was like, "Yo, get him out of here, and go tell the wizard. Go tell the wizard. The wizard and the man in a suit were more powerful than a gamma radiated monster. That's the problem I have. Because you say, oh, the Hulk's OP. You're telling me Iron Man wasn't OP? Iron Man can fight Thanos, the Hulk, the wizard, the fucking
Iron Man isn't OP.
He was the only him and Captain America was the only one that literally fought every single person hand to hand.
That doesn't mean he's OP though.
Hold on.
Thor
It does
OP.
to me. It does to me when the Hulk couldn't stand 5 minutes with Thanos, but then a man in a suit did.
He got hit with a moon.
What I'm saying is that people get upset at OP characters, but give Hulk the pass.
Because he was never OP.
Bruce Banner balances out the OP. Bruce Banner balances that out.
I'm just saying.
When did he ever look overpowered in the MCU?
Who?
The Hulk.
Well, we don't see him much.
So you can't throw the argument that he's OP.
Well, when he is in New York and he's ripping shit to shreds, I'm just saying he is.
Hold on. When it took him 15, 20 minutes to beat the Abomination?
No. In the Battle of New York, when he's fucking ripping through stuff.
Avengers.
Yeah. 2012. Avengers. Yeah.
But I don't think New York, so
I don't think Tony's OP either. I'm just saying, like, he is one of the OP like people. Like, he is just brolic. He's brolic. And people got mad that they didn't show the brolicness. And I understand. I'm just saying I was cool with, because I know you're not mad at Professor Hulk. There's a lot of people that are mad at that shit. Like, bro, it was fun. It was fun. We'll get to see him smash again, hopefully. Do you think we will get to see Hulk smash again?
You better. No. He has to.
See, that's concerning. That's concerning.
I think they're going to pass the torch to She-Hulk. So, I mean, what's his name can only do but so many fucking movies.
Yeah, Banner's. You
know something though? To be honest with you, I think they tried to make Wanda the big bad for Doctor Strange. But if you really want to have a Loki level Avengers threat for their first get together, it has to be against the Hulk.
Like in the Ultimates.
Yeah. It has to be in the Hulk. Like, if you send him off world like you did, like send him back to nowhere. That's where he wanted to go anyway.
That'd be fun.
Because fuck it, why not?
In the comics, wasn't it the Illuminati that banished him to space because he was just too wild? Yeah. It was too. Yeah.
Not the one we saw in Doctor Strange.
No. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about 838. We don't talk about 838.
They couldn't banish a fart if they wanted to.
Yeah, we don't talk about 838.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
that's fucking RoboCop, the one we don't mention.
That's Earth Voldemort.
838 does not exist in the comics. That's purely made up.
Yeah, that's Bruno. We're gonna call that world Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about 838 no more. After this podcast, no one brings up 838 anymore.
Yeah, fuck them. Yo, Cap, before we go, what was the thing that you said that the reason why everybody has to look the same in the...
Oh, so I heard something. I didn't get a chance to verify it, so I don't know how true it is. But the guy who I heard it from is like he's more comic expert than we'll ever be. And he was saying that Nexus beings, because they're Nexus beings, look the same in every universe. So you're not going to get a different variant on Wanda. She has to look that way in every universe because she's a Nexus being.
Who said that, Ryan? Who said that, Ryan Airy?
No,
Screen Crush?
Coy Jandreau.
Okay.
Sounds a little coy to me.
No, so for anybody who doesn't know Coy Jandreau, he worked with Marvel for a little bit. He does streaming. He has this thing where he actually takes actors to comic book shops and like, oh, you're playing this character. Read this, read that, read that, read that.
Oh.
And
so he doesn't work for DC.
Doing the spoiler video, they were talking about Reed Richards, and this motherfucker literally pulled out issues for you to go read off the top of his head. Like I said, he's more knowledgeable than if you combined all of us and duplicated us. He still knows more.
Bullshit. I want to challenge you to a know-off.
Yeah,
don't challenge.
No, yo, his big thing is he talks super fucking fast. He's like Twister. He raps. He talks super fucking fast, and everything is legible.
What's his name again? What's his name again?
Boy Jandrew. Don't ask me how to spell it, but that's what he says. Right? I didn't have enough time to verify that on my end, but I don't know if that's a theory of his or if he knew that reading that somewhere, but
no off. You're being challenged. Sit. Laying down the gauntlet. You're getting the official of the knuckleheads, you know? Well, yo, on that note, everybody, we went over time, but we had to because, you know, we went into a circle of madness here. But it's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads giving you the Doctor Strange and Moon Knight review. Peace, everybody.